I didn't know how much emotional pain I was carrying until Kriya Yoga helped me face it and release it. It is gentle, but it goes deep. If you're dealing with emotional wounds, anxiety, or old trauma, this practice could help you come back to your center. Book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com or join my free school at freekriyayoga.com.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.
Welcome to our June 4th live stream here at the Kriya Yoga School. So we will be having a very profound conversation here at the Kriya Yoga School. So all people joining us on YouTube and backstage on StreamYard, put your questions on the chat. If you're a member and you're on StreamYard, you could come up onto the stage and ask your questions live. Also, don't forget, discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga, 100% free, freekriyayoga.com. If you would like to learn basic techniques about Kriya Yoga, or if you're ready to upgrade and you need some help, book a free call with me, Vedagurudev, now at kriyayogamasterclass.com. And we could solve all your problems. If you understand the value of Kriya Yoga, then you could join us at the Kriya Yoga Masterclass. And also, see the red button? It's right here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Vedagurudev. And we're trying to get to 1,000 members. I think we're at 715, right? So if you enjoy the value on our live Q&A Satsang, make sure you subscribe. It's 100% free, and you'll get daily videos from me, Vedagurudev, and you'll help us get us closer to 1,000 subscribers. That way we can be monetized. So welcome to our June 4th live Q&A Satsang here at the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. And without further ado, let's bring Veronica on stage and let's get to work answering those questions. Namaste, Veronica. Welcome to our June 4th live Q&A here at the Kriya Yoga School. Good to have you as always.
Happy to be here. It's been a whole week. I was wondering if we could do the Purna Stuti before we start and just do a meditation before we get going. Relaxed.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, and when we have Paul?
Namaste, Paul. Thank you for joining us here at the Kriya Yoga School.
Namaste. It's my pleasure, as always.
It's always good to see your smiling face and hear your melodic voice. And I can't wait to hear all your great questions for today, June 4th,
Oh, I've got some
2025.
doozies.
Ooh.
All right. Must be my lucky day. So I guess how you wanted to start? You wanted to do Pornasudi first, right?
Yeah, we'll just do the breathing, let go. I don't know. I just get us relaxed and get us on the right step. If you
Okay,
don't
so
mind, Paul.
We'll start with Pornasudi. Imagine a string on top of your head. Pull that string up. Make sure your spine is straight, shoulders back, chest expanded. Slowly and gently close your eyes. Inhale through both nostrils, like a wave coming into the shore. Exhale through both nostrils, like a wave going out to the ocean. If thought comes into your mind, just witness it, acknowledge it, detach, and let it go. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Inhale the new fresh air through both nostrils. Exhale the old stale air out through both nostrils. Pornasudi is an excellent way to start your day when you wake up. Just sit on the side of your bed. Take a couple deep breaths. And it's an excellent way to end your day, to calm your body and still your mind before you go to bed. Slowly and gently with no breath retention. If a thought comes into your mind, just witness it, acknowledge it. Don't attach to it. Just detach and let it go. Like clouds passing in the sky, like waters under the bridge. A few more breaths. Inhale through both nostrils, the new fresh air. Exhale through both nostrils, the old stale air. Become one with your breath. Slowly and gently, when you're ready, open your eyes, come back to your surroundings, contemplate how you feel. This concludes our practice of Pornasudi, complete yogic breath. Now we're energized. We have a calm mind. We detach from our monkey mind, and we're ready for some profound questions here at the Kriya Yoga School.
And we have go ahead.
I was going to say, post all your questions in the YouTube chat, and any of our members have any questions, give them to me. I'm all ready. Namaste, Joe. How do you say that last name?
Kansas.
Joe, Kansas, like the state.
Okay.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Joe, Kansas. Welcome, Joe, Kansas, to our June 4th Q&A live Kriya Yoga Satsang here. If you have any questions, Joe, Kansas, put it in the YouTube chat. All right. Well, I guess let's get started, Veronica.
Well, I feel like I'm doing great. Things are getting better and better. I know, even though money's tight, I feel like I'm walking a tightrope. I feel really alive. So, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Ramana Maharishi. I'm trying to say that right. I just don't want anything to do with money. Ramayana Maharishi. Did I get close?
That is, yeah, Ramayana Maharishi. That is always the liberation of a yogi. He really doesn't have to touch money, so it gives him all day, every day to focus on his oneness, his connection to God, his sadhana, his Kriya yoga practice. So but it's tough, you know.
Yeah.
When you're in the 3D Maya delusional world that money has a pull, and since you were born, you have a condition to believe you can't live without money. But I'm here to tell you, yogis in the Himalayan mountains, I can't even remember a time we talked about money. It
Yeah.
was never a priority. It was never a thought, you know. Every God, Babaji cleared the path, so we didn't have to worry about money, which was a good form of liberation and moksha. So yeah, I really appreciated that. But yeah, I love that Ramayana Maharishi story. He took all the
Yeah.
rupees he had in his pocket, just threw it in the water, said, I never want to touch this dirty money again. But I'm here to tell you it's possible that you could live without money. It might not be the most comfortable stuff. You won't eat the most tastiest food. You won't have the best technology, but you'll have a divine oneness and a connection to God that money can never pay for. So, and you won't have those distractions. So it
Yeah.
kind of liberates you from not having to worry about paying your electricity bill, your car note, your mortgage. So that's a beautiful thing. So I hope to get back to that world, because I can't go to an
Yeah.
electric company and say, I'm an enlightened being. I don't have to pay electricity this month. That will be the day they turn off my electricity. They just don't respect the spiritual path.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that day too. like, like,
Either you pay the electricity or you sleep in the dark. You choose. Enlightened being, you. So
clear the
hopefully
path.
one day I could take the Agori route or the renunciate route or the Kriya yogi route and return back to my cave when the time is right. But there are too many people out here in the world that need guidance, need help. So I aim to help as many people as possible.
Well,
And
I don't know. Last night.
once
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, once there's nobody that needs help, I can return back to my
Yeah.
cave. So help get me there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to our free school. Join our paid school. Whatever, right? Help
Yeah.
me. Let me help you.
Let me help
Okay.
you. No,
Sorry, Veronica. Go ahead.
it's okay. I don't know, this like lack of money, it's just been making me humble. So last night I took a dishwashing job and I was just like,
Mm,
well, I make the same amount of money as I would cooking, so I'm just gonna do that. And it was a really loud environment, but I just started doing mantras last night. And one in
mm,
particular, I was doing the Root Param Jyoti, and I did it probably like hundreds of times. And I usually will
cool.
like feel tingling when I do mantras, but I felt like this warmth overtake my body. I felt like really warm. So I was just wondering, like, is that something common doing that particular mantra, or it was just like this warm feeling that just like totally enveloped me, and that's never happened before. I don't know
Yeah,
if you had
so
any.
Swami Ramalinga is a root param jyoti. It basically means lighting the cells inside your body or attaining the divine light inside you as you. So it does have a warming effect because you're kind of activating your cells. They're turning into little suns, you know. And I like
Yeah.
the visualization of like a million pins of light coming off my body, like pew, 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 you know, like everywhere. So it does have the lighting effect because for people that don't know, Jyoti means light, right? It's more like lighting your inner lamp or lighting your inner light. So once you do it and you hit the right sound syllables, it will definitely light you up and warm you. So a lot of these yogis use a root param jyoti to warm themselves in the Himalayan mountains, which
Oh,
is a frozen tundra. So that's basically what it's doing. It's lighting up the cells of your body and activating it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll do that when I'm cold, but it really did I did feel warm. And then I felt like everybody was thanking me for my time and helping me. I felt
Mm.
like I was a magnet too. But that's the first time that's ever happened, and I was like, "Wait a minute, something's happening here." But I was like
That
I was having fun doing it.
yeah, that divine glow that people don't know why they are attracted to you and have good feelings towards you, but you kind of know why because you
Yeah.
activated a root param jyoti, so it basically lights up your whole body, and it's a invisible light that no one else could see, but you could see it and you could feel it, and they're attracted to it. So when I used to DJ, it was so much chaos, like millions of stories all around. And when I had that laser focus, like I used to put my mala beads behind my back and say mantras while I was DJing. So it really helped calm me. And no matter how much chaos you're in, like when you work in a nightclub, there's just so much chaos. It's this millions of stories everywhere, and the music is loud and everything. So it really helps calm your mind and get you in a peaceful state. And it helps you do better work also because you're more mindful and it's more of a enjoyable process. Like, okay,
Yeah,
you know, I'm gonna put this over here. You know, I'm gonna wash these dishes like this. No problem. You
Yeah, it
know, I
was
got the
fun.
tools. Yeah, yeah. It becomes a good game, or it becomes a fun situation where you enjoy it and you look forward to it. Oh, cool. Tonight I'm going to say my mantras again, and I'm going to have a good time. And I'm not going to let any of these outside circumstances affect me in the present moment. So, yeah, I would definitely say it works.
I have a couple comments, and then you can go ahead, Paul. Just I think it's like relating to what I was just talking to. Um, let's see. It like can you read this, Vedagurudev? Like Kakutumo taught in Calypso 6 yogas. Do you know what that says?
Oh,
Hello.
how you say it? Tumo. So tumo is a Buddhist techniques where they heat their body and they warm up their body. So tumo is it is the Buddhist version of doing the same thing, I would say. Because in the Himalayan mountains, you need a heat source, and they use this same kind of technique through in yoga we would do it through pranayama. They do it like through their own personal breath work, and they call it tumo, which is basically lighting every cell in their body and warming up their body. So no matter how cold it is and how windy it is in the Himalayan mountains or the frozen tundra, like it's super cold up there, they use tumo to warm up their body, which is a good technique. It's basically through their version of pranayama that they
Yeah.
use their breath work to heat themselves up. So it, I would compare it to, like, let's say like a mild form of bastrika without the physical activities. So they're basically stoking the fire with you know, that whatever it's called, a bellows, you know,
Yeah,
that
to
thing
make the
that,
flames go up. Yeah.
yeah, you make the
Yeah.
flames go more. So they're doing that technique with their breath to heat themselves up. Because without a fire and without some tools in the Himalayan mountains, you will turn into an icicle very quick. So they,
No
they have
bueno.
cultivated these for thousands of years to heat their body where they're unaffected by the outside external elements, the wind, the cold, the ice, the snow, you know, this type of thing. So this is how you see some pictures of yogi. They're sitting covered in snow, and their whole body, their hair is turned to ice, but inside they're warm and cozy. Inside their tumo, their pranayama practices in the Himalayan mountains.
And then RQ says it's like one of the 6 yogas of Tilapio is Tumo, and it heats the body by sending prana to the navel center. And then just like you said, it's similar to our pranayamas.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
he says, exactly, very well said, Baba. God bless you.
God bless you too. What's his name? RQ.
RQ. And then RQ says, may I ask about your pranayama technique? Do you go to root to crown like Yogananda taught?
Yeah, so I'll say, what was I going to say? Yeah, so before I get to that, the Manipura is like your fireplace, right? It's like your internal yagna fire, right? So they do stoke the fire, and that's where they have all their fire, and they get their heat from their Manipura, which is your navel chakra. So yeah, what he said is correct. May I ask you about your pranayama technique? Do you go root to crown? Yeah, so we go root to crown. You know, we inhale from the root to the crown, exhale from the crown to the root. So we are Kriya yogis like Yogananda, so we do the same type of technique. But in order to clear the Susimna Nadi, we have a bunch of techniques in our Kriya Yoga school that make sure there are no blockages, there are no resistance, there are no obstacles. So the elevator goes up with no stops, right? We don't want any kind of blockages. And we do this through unblocking the 7 chakras with the bija mantra for each chakra. And we want to make sure our breath, our kundalini, our pranayama is clear. So we want the elevator to go up smoothly and gently. So we have a bunch of techniques that awaken the dormant kundalini energy so it could pass through each chakra and pierce every chakra and uncoil smoothly and gently. So to make a long story short, we do breathe from the root to the crown, from the crown to the root. So I hope that answers your question, RQ.
And then if you don't mind, I just want a couple people say hi, and then we're on to Paul. Sorry. Let's see. Sandy says, hey guys, grateful to be here. Okay, Paul, it's your turn. Thank you for your
Grateful
patience.
to be. Yeah. Sorry for the delay, Paul.
No,
we're all ready.
We have all night.
Yeah, we do have all night. We had a long time. So hit me, Paul.
Okay. First, we will touch upon what Veronica just mentioned. And I would like to ask, out of all the beings that live here on the earth, why are we the only ones who apparently have to pay rent to live here?
That is a deep question.
Seemingly have to pay rent.
We were bamboozled.
Yeah, I would agree with Veronica. We were bamboozled. If the caveman, the Indians, the indigenous people of all countries never had to pay rent. It was free for everybody to live wherever they choose, you know? Pick a piece of land that you like next to the river, next to the lake, whatever was the best for your family, and that was the place you lived. But through could I say this? Through greedy practices, you started to have to pay for the land that should have been your land free from birth. So I don't know. They tricked us into this monetized matrix where we have to pay for something that's free, you know? Like and we got conditioned into being used to these things, so we were tricked to think we have to pay for them, like electricity, like water. Used to be you go down to the river and get your own water. Why would you pay for water? It's readily abundant. But in the Himalayan mountains, it is that way, because the water we drank came right from the waterfall. From the snow-capped mountains would melt, and it would be fresh water, and they knew where the good water was and where the bad water was. So this is drinking water. If you watch the video of me and my guru, I have like a blue kind of cord, and that's called a camelback, right? So I would fill up my camelback full of water, and it had a little straw, and I would drink the water fresh from the Himalayan mountains. And also the same thing. They didn't need electricity, because when the sun came up, they woke up, and when the sun went down, they went to sleep. So there was no real need for any electricity or anything. They would cook their food over a fire that they made. So yeah, I enjoy that way of living, because even me, I've been conditioned through birth to think I couldn't live without electricity or water or money. These are the hypnotism they get you into. So yeah, I would agree with you. I aim to go back to the days we live rent free, and we just live in peace and harmony, and not divide and conquer and this type of thing, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, like a funny story about water, like back in my like early days of my second marriage, one day my wife, and we're struggling financially. My wife wanted me to get some water, buy it. And I was like
Mm.
absolutely against buying any water, and like sadly I denied her that. I was like, water is free. I'm not gonna buy any water, and like that was kind of a mistake, but I should have probably bought her some water. Thinking back on it now, that was like, like that's a feeling of lack, that I was expressing, I guess, which there should be no lack, but I mean, who is at the head of this they that you speak of that is causing us this suffering? Like, would you say that is Satan? And like, did they ever like talk to you anything about Satan, about like the creation of evil, the start of all this downfall of mankind, and anything like that? I just, it's just
Yeah,
weird. It's like,
they did. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's like if they were at one time angels, and they say they're fallen angels, they had everything, and like they could probably instantly manifest anything they wanted back in that time. And it just seems like, why do they need more? Like why do they want to dethrone God or whatnot? It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, from the yogic perspective, we didn't really talk about it. They would call Satan more the ego, and in the yogic perspective, Satan is not really a person over there. It's more a feeling you attach to inside you as you. So we really didn't think about Satan too much. Like it was more of a internal ego play that we tried to exhaust and let out, right? So instead of like blaming some a being with like horns and a pitchfork, we would more point the finger at ourselves in the mirror and say, I need to do better. Why do I have these thoughts? Like an ego or Satan or evil can only control you if you attach to that, right? If you don't really attach to it and you look at it as more trash, then it really doesn't have the pull. Like I said before, if like a Brinks truck showed up with $5 million and said, you had to hurt this child, I would say go away. I don't have that energy. Your money's no good over here. Your fairy dust paper money is no good. So I would think if you're 100% good, enlightened being, that there's no way that you could be enticed to do something that you didn't want to do. So as the story goes, the fallen angels, they had some inner work that they needed to do, or they wouldn't have been susceptible to fall, if you know what I'm saying. Like it. So I just think that's an internal flaw that they needed to look at. So like instead of going higher and on a progress of enlightenment, they would more degrade instead of upgrade, if you know what I'm saying. So in my personal path, I try to do the best I can because I want to ascend upward. I don't want to ascend downward, right? So these people who hurt people or cheat people for money, if what they say about the reincarnation cycle is true, they would downgrade to a unfavorable animal. You know, you had your chance in the human realm and you didn't do the best you can. So maybe you need to go back and learn from your mistakes before you go further, you know? So you always want to go straight. You don't want to go backwards, if you know what I'm saying. So these fallen angels, it's almost like a sad story. Like you were there, you had the chance and you made the wrong mistake. Now you go backwards, you don't go forward. So this is my opinion, using my intuition and my discrimination. I can't say it's true or false, but I would just say if you reach the heights of an angel, why would you want to fall from that grace? Millions of people are aiming to reach that state of higher enlightenment, and to throw it all away for some fairy dust paper money or for some temptations or lower emotions, it seems like a sad story to me, you know? Like, and I'm sure there are a lot of people waiting to take their place. So, me included. So, oh, you don't want to ascend? All right. God, I'm ready to go, you know? This guy, he threw it all away for some whatever, you know, some lower temptations. Please, can I have this guy's place in line? I'm ready to go. I'll do the best I can, I promise. So I would say that that so-called fallen angels, that would be an internal flaw where they need to work out and they need to learn from their mistakes. So they had the opportunity to ascend and they didn't make the most of it, you know? So
Great.
yeah, so that in my intuition or my opinion, that would be what I say, but I don't have the answers. I would just say that that's just what came to me in the present moment. Like on this Satsang, I don't have a script, so I just go off the top of my head. So that was the message that was sent to me from Babaji or whoever. I'm just delivering it, you know? So just do the best you can with the tools you have in the present moment, I would say. And you will never have any regrets. You would just be like, I did the best I can.
Snack Crackle Fizzle has a question. So wants to know, let me see. Because they're about the Kriya yoga techniques in the classes. Can he ask those questions here? Or would that be
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to ask what Brendan, ask whatever questions you want.
And then on our conversation you just had, I had a couple comments about that. Satan is the ego.
Yep, there you go.
And your money's no good.
Your money's no good here.
And then Mr. Blonde, Donnie, look up Yaldabaoth if you want to know why they would turn against God, the false God. The true God is the all, the source. Yaldabaoth is just a demigod birthed by Tiamat. Hashtag storytime. Interesting.
Oh, Yaldabaoth. So
I've heard that name. Sounds like the devil, something demonic.
I mean, Donnie, if you want to elaborate on it, I would definitely like to hear about Yaldabaoth, but I don't really have any knowledge. So, yeah, the false God, the true God is the source. I would definitely agree with you. Like, in my intuition, how could I put this? This is an interesting way to put it. I would say what is true in our realm, in our universe, there's a lower source, then there's a source of everything. So it's hard to explain which one you're talking about. So I would say, in my intuition, in my opinion, the God of everything is the true source, which what Donnie said. Yaldabaoth is just a demigod, birthed at Tamar. Yeah, so I find it hard to believe that any god that was given physical birth is the true source, because I don't even know how the true source would have a birth. You know, that's a good question. I can't answer that. That's beyond my comprehension. I would say, like I always say, a God defined is a God confined. So I definitely don't want to put the source or any enlightened being in a box, because it's above my pay grade. So yeah, Donnie, if you want to elaborate on Yaldabaoth, I would like to hear that story.
Brendan, if you want to ask your question, you can.
Oh yeah, namaste, Brendan.
Oh, you're muted still.
It's kind of hard to see with all these banners up. Can we remove some of these?
Yeah, maybe remove the. You go to
media assets.
Media asset and click on it. Yeah, and it will come off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you.
I had my mic.
Namaste, Brendan.
I appreciate all you guys.
I appreciate
you too.
And yeah, my microphone was off. My question is for. I have a couple, but we don't have to answer them all right here. But does it matter how fast you do the naughty Suda or Sudi?
Yeah. Yeah, so naughty Sudi, you could go at your own pace. It doesn't have to be fast. Like naughty Sudi is slowly and gently. Like these other pranayamas like Kalapabhati have a kind of pace to it, right? Like there's a slow pace, there's a fast pace, and then there's a slow, a medium, and a fast pace. So it's basically up to you how fast you go. Whatever way you feel more relaxed and comfortable, that is the best pace. So I wouldn't try to match your pace to anybody else. I would just do what works best for you. So if slowly and gently really works for you, naughty Sudi, then I would do it slowly and gently. Like whatever energizes you and makes you feel the best, that is the best pace. So a lot of yogis, they make mistakes trying to, like when you go to the Himalayan mountains, they're doing all these really fast, right? Especially the mantra. Like they're like, you know, so like you wouldn't want to follow their pace. You would want to follow the pace that really works for you and uplifts you, you know? So you whatever speed that really works for you and really gets you into the rhythm, then that would be the best pace to go. So I would just say use your own discernment and figure out what works best for you. That would be the best pace.
Are they doing it fast because they want to get it done?
No, not really. I mean, in the Himalayan mountains, these yogis have all day from sun up to sundown. So they kind of take it slowly and gently. There's really no rush. They don't really have anything else to do. Only thing they have to do is take their morning bath and eat their food and, and do their sadhana. So they take it slowly and gently, you know, like they don't really rush it.
So I know you had like a certain amount of cycles, but the one that, you know, I learned was do it for 7 minutes. And so that brings to the question, does it matter how long you do it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's basically the same thing. There's no time constraint. Like in the yogic perspective, they would say you feel a click. Like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have any time constraint. Sometimes some people would do it for 20 minutes. Some people would get enough after 5 minutes. So they would just use their own discernment. So like that's why I don't like to put like a time frame on it, like because it kind of puts the practice into a box, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to do this for 7 minutes. No, you don't. You could do it for as long as you want. You know, whatever feels good to you, that is the right amount of time to do it for. So I wouldn't. I would follow that with a grain of salt. Like, you know, I would just do whatever you need. Because if you could do Nadi Sudi for 2 minutes and get the benefits of 7 minutes, why would you do it for 7 minutes? Just do it for whatever you need.
So that's the one where your knuckles are together and you're like massaging in kind of your stomach area. Is that the one we're talking about?
No, that's called Nabi Mudra.
Oh,
Nadi Sudi is alternate nostril
oh,
breathing,
okay.
where you know,
Gotcha.
and you kind of, you know, you rotate from the thumb to or the what is that, the ring finger, you know, the thumb
Yeah, I
or
really like this one where we're, you know, mashing our knuckles together and pushing it in on our, you know, on our lower belly, and like you really getting a good massage of the organs in there. And
yeah.
then like
And
when I forward fold over that, sometimes I will get like a back pop, you know, or some type of pop because I'm kind of pushing
yeah.
in on my spine. So yeah, that's one that I really have loved and is definitely a part of my daily routine.
Yeah, so for people that don't know what Paul's talking about, Nabi Sudi, you put your thumbs and make a fist, put both fists together, put them under your rib cage, and you kind of massage, you know, you bring it in and kind of lean forward, and it kind of relieves stomach pain, and it relieves like it gets everything out of there. So it's a good technique. So that one is called Nabi Mudra, and this one is called Nadi Sudi. So it's a little different, but yeah. What Brian was saying, I mean, what Brendan was saying is that you in our school we don't have like rules or regulations, like, and it's hard to have rules or regulations because I don't know how you feel in your body. You might need more than 7 minutes, or you might need less than 7 minutes. I would use your own discernment. So when these yogis say you have to do it for 7 minutes, how would they know how you feel in your body? I wouldn't be in that ego play to know how how you feel in your body, Brendan, you know? So I would just do what you feel comfortable with, or whatever uplifts you and makes you feel the best or energizes you. That is the best amount of time, I would say.
So, Brendan, where are you? Where do you hail from?
Well, thank you for asking.
Sure.
Me and Gurudev actually come from the same place.
You're from Miami? That makes 3 of us.
Or
No,
no,
I'm from
Thailand?
Pittsburgh,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so that's where
Yeah.
Brendan comes from also. 412 area code. The black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah. So yeah, Paul is from Miami and I'm also from Miami. So I have many brothers from many different areas. So I was born in Pittsburgh, but I
transition.
when I transitioned to Miami after those brutal winters in Western Pennsylvania, as you know. I had enough of the snow truck and the snow plow. You know, that was my job when I was young. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and shovel the driveway so my father could go to work. The day he said we're moving to Miami was a beautiful blessing.
Best day ever.
So you guys moved together. You didn't move like by yourself.
No, I moved with my father. Then later I lived on my own in Miami.
Oh yeah.
So, Mr. Blonde, Donnie, to answer your question about Yaldabaoth, says that Yaldabaoth is what's called Gnostic Christianity and is the God of the Bible, who is a weaker God, not enlightened. He sought to keep humanity trapped here on earth. He is unbalanced masculine, and the goddess Tillamook then sent Jesus, balanced feminine, to balance the universal energies. Jesus represents love. Yaldabaoth is the true Satan adversary. Wow.
Mm. So now I know who Yaldabaoth is. So the true Satan adversary. That's kind of interesting because it's like Shiva and Shakti, like balancing the energies, right? The masculine and feminine energies, and the yoga means union, so the divine union together to uplift humanity and ward off the evil and the devils or the demons or however you call it. So thank you for that, Donnie. Good insights. Now I know who Yaldabaoth is. So Brendan, you have more questions? Let's get them all out. Let's fix them all.
Well, I didn't want to like take up like the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, we got 4 hours, so you could ask us 10 million questions as long as you want. You know.
Well, like since I've done Sadhguru's engineering Kriya twice a day for almost a year and a half, like I've noticed, so with specifically the Nadi Sudi, which is in there, I've noticed, because I've done it twice a day. There's a few times I've only done it once a day, and then there's times where I did the whole thing 3 times a day. And like sometimes with the 7 minutes, back to that, just the whole thing, I feel like it doesn't, what I feel is like it doesn't work all the time.
Yeah.
Like if I don't do it like in a couple days, then maybe I feel it, like, and I don't, that never really happens. That's only happened few times. And like it just seems to me like there is like some type of threshold, like where, like you say, it clicks, because that's what I've noticed too, basically.
Yeah.
Then maybe you should switch to another pranayama practice. There's so many of them. I like the breath of fire, and there's just a ton of different pranayamas to explore.
Yeah, I would say
Mm-hmm.
on my Kriya yoga path, no technique really stays with you forever. That's why when they say you should practice, like in our last satsang, somebody said that Yogananda's FRF told him to practice Maha Mudra for a year.
Yeah.
What if Maha Mudra doesn't appeal to you? Then you wasted almost a year. So like, I've noticed in my own practice, certain practices I really liked, I got to a point where it didn't serve me anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So you kind of shed it and let go and go into another practice. But there's like, what's been a good benefit from doing this school is I see all the practices and I have to know them inside out. So sometimes I say, oh, that's a good one. I should add that to my practice. I haven't done that one in a while. So that gap where you had the practice is kind of filled by another practice. That's why it's good to have many tools in your toolbox, because if you don't like the hammer no more, you need another tool to go to. So that's why I like to have a lot of kriyas in our school. So you have a buffet, a smorgasbord to choose from. So, but yeah, it's true. At certain times, you the benefits you used to get from Nadi Sudi after a couple months or a year maybe wouldn't serve you, right? Like it'd almost be like how could I say, kicking a dead horse, if you know what I'm saying. So once you get past that and it's giving you all the fruits and benefits, then it's probably time to move on to another practice. That's why when they only give you a couple practices in their program, you're like, what if I exhaust all these programs? What I do next? And that's when they have their next monetization, which is like, you should do this program or you should do this program. So when I started the Kriya Yoga School, I didn't want it to be like a constant upsell. I was like, it's a one-time fee and we give you everything. And you craft your sadhana and you make your practice what works best for you.
And so do you, since you've been doing it for, I imagine, a long time, do you still do the practices?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we do the practices in our school, I have to know them inside out, because if people have questions, I have to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have my own personal sadhana, which is practices I enjoy in this present moment. It's evolved, it's changed over the years. Like how I practiced 10 years ago isn't how I practice today. So, like I say, sometimes you exhaust the practice. Like I'm not getting the energy and the feeling that I got from Nadi Sudi in the beginning. But I still enjoy Nadi Sudi, but I I crafted my own sadhana to what uplifts me in the present moment. And that's why I like our school, because we have hundreds of kriyas and you basically look at them and say, oh, I feel this one. Okay, good. I'm going to put this one in my toolbox, or I feel this one, or I don't feel this one. So if you don't feel the benefits from doing asanas, I wouldn't do the asanas. I would start off with more like meditation or pranayama. I wouldn't force it. Your body would tell you what works best for you, and that's why I wanted to leave out the fluff or the dogma in our school. I wanted to make it more like personalized and individualized for you, like what works for you. Because I hate it when yoga, they say you should do this. How do they know what you should do? You have a different body. You're in a different place in the spiritual path. So it's not one size fits all. It's basically you choose what techniques work or kriyas work best for you. I would definitely say that would be the best way to do it, in my
Out,
opinion.
out of all the various kriyas, as your guru said, he said pranayama was like the most important. Why would you say that is?
It's just a standard yogic way to say it. They always focus on the breath work, the pranayama. So the pranayama is basically, in their opinion, they're collecting the prana from the atmosphere, and they're basically cultivating it and nourishing their body. So they would say that is the most important technique, but even that you take with a grain of salt. You know, that if pranayama doesn't work with you, I would find the technique that works for you. But they would always say, my guru would always say, never forget your pranayama. Always do your pranayama. You know, and if you don't have time to do anything else, do your pranayama, because they believe it gives your body the most nourishment by doing your breath work, your secret yogic breath, that it would get you through the day. So that would be the most important thing. And they said the least important thing was the asanas. My guru always used to say is always, if you have to drop anything, always drop the asanas. That's the least important thing, right? We're doing the inner work. We're not doing the physical work, you know? So that's how they would present it.
Yeah.
I've,
Go ahead.
well, I've determined I need the asanas, you know, like especially as you get older and your body like aches and pains. It's like it really does a lot to help with like lower back pain and all types of different pain. And as you said, when we're in pain, that blocks the flow of prana.
Right.
So I really, you know, I have a love-hate relationship with the asanas, but generally I think I kind of love it, and it also helps to pull me out of my head, you know.
Yeah, and this goes back to what we say. Like, if the asanas uplift you and get you through the day, then the asanas are the best practice, right? Like, in the Indian tradition, they do, like, I've been to a lot of initiations. When they start to do the asanas, the Indians leave. They just don't resonate with it. They're more doing their inner work. It's more of an Indian kind of thing. So I wouldn't try to be like a Himalayan yogi. If asanas uplift you, then the asanas are the best practice. If meditation uplifts you, then that's the best practice. So it's not like a one size fits all. It's basically do what works best for you, I would definitely say. So that's always what I go back to. Like, just because Sadhguru or Yogananda says pranayama is the best doesn't mean it's the best for you. I would use your own discernment and your own intuition to figure out what works best for you. Some people, asanas work best for them. Some people, pranayama works best for them. Some people, meditation works best for them. It just depends what works best for you. That is the best practice. So like Veronica always asks me, what's the best way to do this? I said, whatever works for you, that is the best, you know, because what worked for Yogananda or what worked for Sadhguru maybe doesn't give you the benefits that you need in the present moment. So I would just figure out what works best for you, and that is the best. So
This is my familiar.
Oh, you have a dog. Nice.
It was
Yeah.
a cat, but
Oh, a cat. Oh, I couldn't see.
it adopted
It's
us.
so dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always drawn to the pranayama. And I guess because my body being messed up right now, the asanas are asanas, they're like, you're clearing up like a lot of things. I want to learn them, but I really don't have interest for me. And plus my body's messed up, so like the actual physical stuff is I just don't the energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say do what works for you. Like some people have health problems and they have a hard time doing the asanas. I wouldn't force it. I mean, really, to be honest with you, we're doing more the inner work than the outer work. That's what yogis always say. So in a traditional Himalayan yogic practice, they have very little asanas and a lot of inner work, right?
Yeah.
So their day is mostly pranayama for sure, meditation, dhyana, bhakti, mantra japa. So they're doing more of the inner work. Like I said, I've been to initiations when they show the asanas. Most Indians leave. they don't. They're not. They don't. They're not interested. But that doesn't mean it's the right way. The right way is what works best for you. So if you really get nourishment and upliftment from doing asanas, that's great. If you get nourishment from pranayama and breath work, then that's great. If you get nourishment from meditation, it's great. Or in my case, I do all 5 folds every day. So I start with the asanas, the hardest part, the physical postures. Then I do my pranayama. Then I do my meditation. Then I finish it off with some mantra japa and bhakti. And so that's basically how I do my practice. But that's just what works for me. I wouldn't say it works for everybody. So I would say if you have a hard time doing the asanas, one thing to understand about yoga is about comfort and relaxation. So if you're struggling to do any asanas, then you're missing the point of yoga, right? Yoga is about relaxation and doing it in comfort. So if you're in pain, like Paul said, pain blocks the flow of prana, right? So your monkey mind is going to start going crazy because you're in pain, right? And that's going to give you a hard time doing anything. So you always want to be in a state of comfort. And even when you do the asanas, you want to be comfort and relax. So all the asanas we do in our class, we do pose and then we do relaxation because that's how you digest the most benefits. You always want to be in a state of relaxation and comfort because that's when you get the most benefits of any practice, right?
Yeah.
So like I always say, if you're sitting in the lotus position, right, and your knees hurt, your legs hurt, your whole legs are numb, you're missing the point of any yogic practice. It's more about being in comfort than looking cool. So I would definitely do what gives you the best relaxation and comfort. That would be the best practice. If any of these asanas are strenuous, I wouldn't force it. I would just skip that asana. Like if you're going into class and you try the asana and you're like, doesn't feel right, skip it and go to the practice that makes you feel, uplifts you and makes you feel relaxed and comfort. That is the best practice. I would definitely say. So
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, practice being says remaining loyal to specific practice or a sadhana that has worked wonders is in itself joy. The ego is attracted to novelty and thus searches frantically for something new. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, but there comes a time when certain practices, you've squeezed all the juice out of each practice, So you don't want to kick a dead horse. You want to move on or upgrade to practices that have helped you. So, but there are certain yogis I know who have done the same practice for 50 years. It works for them and it's perfectly good, There's certain yogis I know have one mantra and say that mantra till till their last days, you know? It just depends what works for you. Me, I like a little more variety, right? Like if you keep doing the same practice for years, it kind of gets dull and it kind of gets boring, in my opinion. So you kind of want more variety to choose from, you know? That's
Yeah.
what I would say. So you it every day you kind of jump out of bed and you look forward to your sadhana, because you know it's not a chore, it's more of a joy, right? Like there's some yogis that enjoy doing the same structured practice over and over and over for years. That's up to them. But I wouldn't say it's a one size fits all. It's more do what works best for you, right? So if you like why can't I say that? Variety. Yeah,
Variety.
variety in your practice, then you know, have some variety in your practice. If you don't like variety in your practice, then the same structured approach. Because like what practice being says, the ego is attracted to, like the monkey mind likes to jump from tree to tree. So it kind of distracts you. So some people like the structured approach. Some people like the variety approach. There's no one size fits all. There's no right or wrong way. I would use your own discernment and use your own intuition to see what works best for you. If you do a certain kriya and it uplifts you, then that is the best kriya, you know? And like I was telling Brendan, I would do every kriya in a relaxed, comfortable state. That's where you'll get the most benefits. If you're struggling and it's painful, it's going to block the flow of prana, and you're just not going to get the benefits that you're seeking. So, like I said before, even if we do asanas, we do pose. So we do a strenuous pose, then we have relaxation to digest the benefits, right? Like, okay, pose, counter pose, strenuous activity, and relaxation. So that has been my thing that I saw works best, right? So you just don't. What I don't like about most modern yoga studios, they just do pose, 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 pose. No, and at the end,
Yeah.
relaxation. I would want to do more, in my opinion, pose, relaxation, digest the benefits. Next pose, relaxation, digest the benefits. That's how we do it in our school. So if you watch any of the asanas, we always have asana, then relaxation, right? So there's certain ways to relax. If you're doing a pose on your back, shavasana, the corpse pose, you're doing a standing pose, zero relaxed, standing shavasana. If you're doing a pose on your stomach, on your belly, then you would do cat, cow, tiger, you know. Or if you can't do tiger, I would just do cat, cow, you know. Like you kind of adjust your sadhana accordingly how it goes, right? Like you say, I like the cat cow, but the tiger, I don't know if I want to put my knee to my head. That doesn't really work for me. So just delete that tiger out of there, you know? It's about relaxation and comfort. So if you have that mindset, you'll always have a pretty good, you know, sadhana daily practice.
Yeah.
So I've had 3 additional dogs forced upon me. My daughter has the dog sitting business, so you might have heard them barking in the background. But so I've got 3 dogs here, her 2 cats plus the outdoor cat, and I'm struggling with it. You know, like some people are dog people, some people are cat people, some people prefer none. But I'm like more of a cat person because cats are like independent. The dogs, they're always at my heels. They're needy and they bother me and they're barking, you know, it's like,
Pay attention to me.
yeah. So it's
So
been a ride.
you have an animal kingdom at your house right now.
I do.
A mini zoo.
So I had to like use my yoga to just like not let this disturb me, you know, and like I realize these dogs are very loving. You know, they want to jump up on the couch. They want to hug, you know, they want me to hug them and, you know, pay attention to them. So, you know, in a sense, I try to enjoy it as much as I can, but sometimes it's just a bit much.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh yeah, so I don't really only had one major doozy of a question for you. The rest just came up through whatever we were talking about. So, as far as the nature of reality, as we're led to believe, and we call this the Maya delusional world. So, knowing what you know now, what is this? What is the nature of reality?
Question.
That is a doozy. That is a doozy right there. I mean, I'll try to answer that the best I can using my own discernment. I would say, in my opinion, the nature of reality, I see to be kind of true, that resonates with me, that this is kind of a training ground for your soul. That if you could get through this dense 3D Maya delusional world, then, in my opinion, to ascended masters or enlightened beings on an astral plane, you're more seen as a hero. Like, you're like boots on the ground doing the real work, right? Because what this reminds me of, what my guru said. He said, anybody can meditate in a cave in the Himalayan mountains with no distractions, or the forest. There's nothing to look at. You're just alone with your meditation. But the real masters of meditation meditate in the middle of New Delhi. There's millions of cars, they're all honking, and if you could just master your mind in that crazy delusional distractional state, then you could master your mind anywhere. So I kind of look at this as like a training ground for your soul to learn the higher truth, which is loving people, helping people, being compassionate to people. In yoga, the highest form of yoga is called karma yoga, which is selfless service. Just helping people with no expectations and looking at the distractions and the destruction, the war, as trash you don't want to be a part of, kind of. So, but it's hard out here. Like, from the day you arrive, you're conditioned to attach to a certain narrative. Like, this is my flag and I'm going to fight to the death for it. Or that person has a different skin tone and they're not my brother, because, like, it's almost like divide and conquer, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
there are more of us than there are of them, right? And if we realize that and we just let go of all the conditioning, then it'll be a more peaceful and harmonious place. So but it's a total minefield, it's a total war zone out there. And if you make other people's narrative become your narrative, then you'll just start regurgitating that. And it takes a lot of practice to dial it back. Like my guru said, Vedagurudev, you're a master of distraction. I go, how you mean, Baba? Tell me. He goes, your whole life you collected all these distractions. You identify with all this stuff that doesn't define your soul. Go back to zero and be a child where you were innocent soul, where you didn't care about nothing but playing in the sun. You didn't care who was president. You didn't care what color your neighbor was. You just enjoyed playing in the sun. So throw away all these distractions you collected. They no longer serve you, and go back to being an innocent soul, you know? So that's the way I like to look at it. So the nature of reality, which is a huge question, and I have to contemplate this a little more, but I would say just love everybody wholeheartedly and don't get attached to anybody's narrative. Look at it like ghost stories that don't serve you. Like just try to be the best person you could be. And the nature of this reality, I kind of look at it as like what resonates with me as like a school or like a training ground to see if you can navigate the war zone, the map, and make it to the mountaintop without attaching to other, not making other people's story become your story, you know? Like, I don't know. Hopefully that answered it the best it could, you know? But to make a long story short, I kind of don't know, you know? I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm feeling my way around the dark as everybody is, you know? So I don't
That
want to
makes
say I have
sense.
the answers.
But one question related to that is, do you think all souls are forced to come here, or do we come here by choice, or is it just like you got to do this? Or could
In
some
my
souls, remain in a higher dimension or whatnot, where they don't have to experience this and they can just, experience it through us, basically? Because I think we're all joined, and when you're at that level, you kind of have all the knowledge of like every person, everything that God knows. So maybe it might not be necessary to actually come here, but I'm curious if all souls come here.
I would say in my opinion, this is another deep question. You would, I kind of see like the astral plane or heaven or whatever you want to call it as a recharging station for your soul, right? Like and it's the same, like I said, like in a blissful, harmonious place, you're not upgrading at all. You're what, let's say you're sitting on a cloud and you're just being happy all the time, right? So some souls enjoy that. Some souls look for the adventure, like, all right, well, I'm not doing too much here. Let me go down there because there's a lot of people that need help, and let me try to uplift people. But that poses another question, because in my case, when I came to this 3D physical world, you get a memory wipe, so you don't even remember who you are. Because if you remembered who you are, you wouldn't have like skin in the game. You wouldn't be able to evolve. So is it really necessary for you to come if you get a memory wipe, or do you know you get a memory wipe? That's another question, right? That's why I think a lot of babies are like, they look like in wonder, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have came to this place. You know, whoa, what's going on? How'd I get here? You know, like, I don't remember anything in my past life. And I understand why you can't. Imagine you have 1,000 reincarnations that you remembered all at once. It'd be hard for you. If you knew your true nature, you wouldn't upgrade, because you know the higher truth. You can't, your soul will never die, and you can't, you wouldn't have skin in the game to evolve, you know, or learn from your mistakes. So I understand, but I don't know. In my opinion, this is another long story. I would say that you make a soul contract, but when you fulfill that soul contract, it's almost like you've ran through a war field and you're like, whew, I made it. Whoa, that was crazy. That was a crazy life, you know? How did I live that life? I was a famous DJ, then I became a yogi, and I got a Kriya yoga school, and wow, whew, give me a second to recharge my battery. That was crazy, you know, or whatever. I was swimming in the Pacific Ocean and I got ate by a shark. Wow, that was intense, you know. I don't I don't know if I want to go through that again, or some people might. That was pretty cool. I got eaten by a shark. Now I know how that feels to get eaten by a shark. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying my opinion, but like, I would say that it's so in a higher plane, depending which higher plane you go to, it's probably so blissful that these other enlightened beings kind of look at you like, whoa, look at Vedagurudev. He went down there to the physical world, and it's such a crazy, Maya delusional place, but he's doing the work. He's trying to help people on the spiritual path. So, the, in my opinion, I kind of feel this sometime, and maybe I'm in my ego, but I feel like they look at you like a hero. Like, this guy is not talking about the work, he's doing the work, right? He's trying to find people to help. He is doing the inner work, you know. So that was my opinion. Like, and in my case, I would say when I signed my soul contract, I was like, if I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna try to go as far off the path to find my way back on the path. And it took me over 40 years to find my way back on the path, but I'm glad I'm back. But I was like, I'm gonna go as far off the path and see if I could find my way back on the yogic path. So I find it hard to believe that all this is a coincidence. Let's say it like that, because I'm the most unlikely yogi in the history of the universe. I wasn't born into a yogic family. I wasn't, you know, up until 10 years ago, I didn't know who Babaji was or Kriya Yoga, or I had no interest in it at all. And just one day, Babaji hit me with his lightning bolt, and here I am. So I don't know. I'm kind of rambling on, but that's
okay.
the best way I can answer that.
Yeah, well, when you say that, they look at us like, oh yeah, we're down here. That kind of implies that like some of them did not choose to do that. So that's why I asked the question about like, do we all souls do this, or is it just a select certain number of brave souls that come down here? But and also thinking of this as like a video game, and like these are our avatars, like, and like we're actually our higher selves, and we're living out multiple lives on different planes and dimensions all simultaneously. And when you're in that position of being just at the helm of a video game like Grand Theft Auto or something, because like you said, I don't have any skin in the game, I'm willing to do the things I would not normally do. So I will maybe be an evil character in that game just to see what it feels like to be an evil character. And so I kind of think of it like that. But you know, even in this life, like I haven't played it safe. I've been like arrested multiple times, you know, in my early youth, and you know, I joined the Navy. So, but in another sense, I'm kind of cautious. I don't want to like jump out of an airplane or go skydiving. Like I am kind of afraid of those things. But yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as far as playing an evil character to see what it'd be like, I don't. It depends what level your soul is on. If you're a newer soul, you probably would be open to that. If you're an old soul, like you'd probably be like, I've been down that road. I know where that goes. No thanks, you know. Like I wanna help people. So it just depends. Like, I mean, I can't say for sure any of this stuff. Like, I'm just trying to feel my way around the dark like everybody else, but I would say that what you say resonates with me. Like certain people that don't want to come back, let's say, like, no, I'm good here, right? I've been down there before. It was not a nice situation, you know? But there's some people who enjoy the adventure. I guess I'm one of those persons, you know? Like, all right, let's do it one more time. And, you know, like, how could I say this? This also resonates with me. It's a lot more of a quicker lightning path to ascend if you do the work, right? So that's what resonates with me. That's why certain people would choose a war zone type of situation because they would ascend a lot faster because they chose the harder path, right? If you choose the more blissful path, it's harder to ascend further, you know? So I would say that also. So some people do make that choice. Like, I'm going to be in a war and I'm going to die and I'm going to get shot at, but I'm going to ascend faster. Some people probably don't, you know? I don't know, you know? This is me guessing.
Some of us might have also been, maybe more higher developed souls coming down here just to anchor in the light. I've heard that before as well, that some of us are just here, you know, we've already advanced beyond this stage, but we come down here again just to help out in the raising of the consciousness of humanity or something like that.
I mean, I would say in my case, that's my mission. You know, I kind of have the intuition, like if and my guru pretty much told me such. You can't stay here in the Himalayan mountains. You got to go on the front line and help people because there are people that need help. So I'm one of the guys. I want to be on the front line. You know, I want to be the guy that holds up the white flag. You know, and I want to be Braveheart. I want to charge in there and, you know, let's dance. The darkness. I'm not scared of you at all. So I have that kind of mindset. That's why my guru told me I couldn't stay in the Himalayan mountains. I'm not really helping other yogis who are already enlightened. I need to help people that need to be awakened or aware. So I want to be on the front line. So yeah, I would say that's true in my case. I want to hold up the white flag and I want to kick Yaldablath right in his head.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Lee. You know, I want to put my foot right in his ass. I have no fear about it. Who? What's your name? Yaldablath? Let's dance, brother. You know, that's what I came here for. So I'm looking for the darkness because I want to be on the front line to be that lighthouse to bring light to the darkness, you know, and help people who need a little insight, a little help on the path. So that's my main reason doing this Kriya Yoga School or doing anything I do. I want to help people and uplift people and answer people's questions as best as I can and show it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. Let's put it to you that way. So
I have a question from MB at YouTube. So hello, Americans, Sandy and Vedagurudev. What do you think of orbs? Is an orb a soul?
Well, this is a good question too. So I like how he put that, Americans.
Yeah.
Like he's probably referring to what I always say. My father told me we're Americans, not Americans. So what can't we do? So hello, all Americans and Canadians, because they can do it, and Mexicans can do it. Who else? Puerto Ricans. Everybody could do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. Whatever country you're from, it don't have to end with a CAN. You know, you could do it also. If I could do it, anybody could do it. I'm the most unlikely yogi ever. So I would say, what do you think of orbs? I would say orbs are, in my opinion, when I was in the Himalayan mountains, I saw a lot of orbs, like a lot of glowing balls. And my guru said that the highest form of yogi is called a sita. A sita is, which means perfected one, right? Like they've reached a place of perfection, right? You know, like there are many, but there's another stage past sita, which is almost like a light being. In my intuition, I would say these orbs are people who have transcended the physical form in all cases and turned into a light body, right? Like a spear of light or light. So I saw many of these in the Himalayan mountains, like in the night sky, flying around. And that's way my guru explained it to me, that they've reached the highest state in the physical form or on the physical plane, that their body basically turns into light. So I would say, in my opinion, these orbs are light beings, right? Who have shed their physical body, their physical meat suit, and their body has just turned into light because they're so enlightened. But they're in a stage where they haven't transcended to the astral plane, but they're so highly evolved that they're every cell of their body turns into light, right? So they're a light being waiting to transcend on the physical plane. So that's what I would say an orb is, in my opinion. But I wouldn't even say it's. I mean, maybe there are cases where animals have changed, turned to light. So it's some kind of light being. Let's say it like that.
Again,
Yeah, light beams.
yes. Oh, MB says yes for orbs. I think mediums and psychics say orb is a soul. I'm just curious if perhaps something similar is in the Indian traditions.
Yeah, I mean, is an orb a soul? Like they've shed everything except their soul, and their soul is just shining in a ball of light. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't see why not. I would say it's true, but yeah, in yogic philosophy, they would say that orb is a highly evolved light beings. You know, I remember one time I was in the Himalayan mountains, and there was a bunch of lights. It's dancing in the sky, and that's what my guru said. The light beings are dancing tonight, and I was like, that's a person, and he was like, saying it's a person isn't the right words. It's a highly evolved light. You know, is it their soul shining, and that's what the light we see? Could be. Sounds beautiful to me. You know, so. But I can't say for sure, like, and these orbs keep their distance, right? So it's very hard to tell what they are and what they aren't. Like anytime you see that in the Himalayan mountains, they would say we have a 20-foot rule. So if you saw Bigfoot or the Himalayan Yeti, you would keep 20 feet and they would keep 20 feet. So I mean you no harm and you mean me no harm. So we'll just keep a distance, just to be safe, right? Right. So it's hard to tell. Like anytime you see any of these things, it's not a situation where you could say in any detail what it is or what it is. It just looks like a ball of light just dancing around in the distance. Let's say it like that. How it did it or what it is, who knows, Like I said before, when I was in the Himalayan mountains, I saw fairies. It was just some wings and some light. And I didn't really get attached to it. I said, cool, fairy. went back in my tent and went to sleep. Went back in my cave, didn't really pay it no attention. That's probably why they gave me an audience. Like I wasn't attached to it, or I didn't try to make sense of it. I was like, look at that. Cool. Light and some wings. Anything else I couldn't tell you. What did it look like? What were the features? It was in the distance. It looked like some wings in the light, So that's the way most of these things are kind of presented to you in a distance. And, I don't know. So
Yeah.
is the orb your soul? I don't know. I never had an audience where I could ask it. I would just say it's a highly evolved piece of light. From where? Who knows, But it had good energy, let's say it like that. I didn't feel threatened by it or scared by it. I just felt uplifted by it. Like, nice,
I don't know, when we die, is like an orb of light released from our body? I've heard that like when we pass over, people can see an orb of light. Like it's our soul leaving the body.
I mean, it could be,
Yeah.
like, there's a story about Ramayana Maharishi where some German devotees were in the distance and they saw a spear of light go up into the heavens, like ascend to the heavens.
wow.
And they said that's when they knew Ramayana Maharishi was gone, right? So could be,
Yeah.
like, how bright your light is, or I don't know. I guess it depends on how far you got on the spiritual path. But yeah, could be. But I've never had the opportunity to witness it. Let's say when
me
you
either.
leave your physical body, and hopefully everybody stays healthy and doesn't have to transcend their physical body in an orb of light. But if you feel that that time comes, just go peaceful as possible and happy as possible. Leave all this emotions and distractions behind. No longer serves you on the higher plane. So
Yeah.
transition blissfully, my friend, I'll say. This advice I give to everybody. So don't be in a state of fear when you leave your physical body. In the yogic practice, Mahasamadhi is the highest form of transition. That's when yogis like Yogananda choose the date and choose the time that they're going to leave their body. Like, okay, I've seen enough. I'm leaving. So in Kriya Yoga, we have many blissful songs like we welcome the day that we take the golden flight. So all these songs, are basically singing that. So now that I think about it, even a Root Param Jyoti is like, please let me obtain the divine light and turn into an orb and transcend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so maybe that's the meaning, maybe not.
Yeah. Sandy also says spirits can visit in various forms, including orbs. From my experience, so many ways they can connect. It's all about frequency.
Yeah, I would agree. If you're on a higher frequency, you'd be surprised the things you see, So yeah, I would say if you're in yoga, my guru used to say we only talk to people that can hear what we say. And I think these light beings also are that way, right? You have to be at a certain frequency and a certain state of fearlessness or a higher vibration where you could enjoy their presence, let's say. So people who are vibrating on a lower frequency wouldn't be able to see higher frequency beings, let's say it like that. You would need to have a higher energy resonance to kind of tune your dial of the radio into the same frequency. So they would only come to people that could enjoy their frequency, I would say, but I could be wrong also.
Yeah. And then Sandy also says ancestors, guides, ascended beings can appear as orbs from my experience. Oh, interesting.
I would say any higher frequency beings can appear. They would appear in the form that you resonate with the most, right? So if you're open to orbs, they would appear in that form. If you're want a more physical presence, they would appear in that presence. So they're not trying to scare you, you know? They're trying to come in the most comfortable, relaxing kind of way, right? So it depends. If you are open to the possibilities of orbs, they would come in an orb. If you're open to the possibility of coming in the form of Jesus, they would come in the form of Jesus. So I just think it depends what form you resonate with the most. They would come in that form. Because if they came in their true form, you might be scared, you know, like so like they're trying to come in the most comfortable form that you would resonate with the most. So if you're in a state of fear, you're not going to hear the message that they're trying to give you, right? Because you're scared, right? Look, you know, look at Bigfoot. He's trying to tell me about God.
Running.
You know, I'm scared he's going to eat me, you know? So they wouldn't come in those forms like, I'll tell you a story. One day, Paul knows this story. One day the archangels came to me, right? And they came in their traditional form. But in the background, there were, what were they called? Seraphims, right? And I said, who is back there? And they said, we can't show you our form. And I said, why not? I want to see. And when they showed that form, the seraphim, the angel, was like an eyeball with like a bunch of eyeballs around it. And I was like, oh, cool, you know? But they didn't want to show that because they didn't know how I would feel about it, you know? So I was open to it, you know? Like, I always think what my guru said. I asked my guru one time when we were in the Himalayan mountains, we're in this thin little tent. And if the abominable snowman, the Himalayan Yeti, attacks our tent, what do? My guru looked at me and he said, if the Himalayan Yeti attacks our tent and he's carrying God energy, he is our brother. We make him come inside and have tea. I was like, but he's big, he's ugly, he's got a bunch of hair. He said, it doesn't matter. As long as he has God energy, he is our brother. So I look at it that way. Like, if you're attached to the form, they'll come in a form that you can more relate to. Let's say it like that. But if you see God in everything and everywhere, no matter what the form, then maybe they'll show you their true form.
And then
what was that question Brendan had? About the.
He said, I heard about the abominable snowman. I remember a book.
Yeah, they call it the Himalayan Yeti, the abominable snowman, you know, or Bigfoot or whatever. It depends which area you're in. But yeah, I've never had an audience with the Himalayan Yeti, but like I said, if he's carrying God energy, he is our brother, and we'll have some tea. I sent Veronica a video that AI made with the Himalayan Yeti having tea in his igloo, his snow cap. So I like that video. Yeah, I imagine myself like, oh, look who's here, the Himalayan Yeti. I've heard stories about you. You know, come on in. You like tea? Tell us some stories. We like to hear stories. You know, but these, in my perception, these are, how can I put this? These are interdimensional beings, right? They could go through portals and, you know, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, the abominable snowman. Well, I thought you were like cross-referencing two different types of beings, because there was this abominable snowman that it was on a book, and it was like, this is a real thing, like and like an actual snowman that was like, you know, in the being that no one ever see, that rarely been seen. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Himalayan mountains, they have what's called a Yeti, which is basically the same thing. The abominable snowman, the Himalayan Yeti, you know, like so there have been yogis who have seen them or communicated with them, but I wasn't one of those guys, you know. So it would probably take a lot of fearlessness to get over that conditioning that I might die today, you know, and this guy might eat me. But so hopefully they are well-meaning Yetis, and they carry good divine energy. And I guess if I ever meet a Himalayan Yeti, I would be well prepared. You know, I would have the right mindset to not stay in a state of fearlessness. You know.
Yeah, we have the skunk ape in Florida. The skunk ape.
Yeah.
But touching on some current affairs on Donald Trump's social media site called Truth Social, he's dropped some like pretty provocative statements. One in which he implied that Obama was a traitor and should we have military tribunals. And then the most shocking one yet was he kind of implied that Biden was a clone. So in my opinion, by him saying these things, and of course the mainstream media is not touching it, you know, I've not heard anything about it, you know, through mainstream, but you know, you can go right to his site and see what he's saying. But you know, I think he's like letting little things out to kind of brace us for what's coming, because I mean, it's crazy. There's so much has been hidden from us. Can't tell truth from fiction. There's AI, you know, computer generated. You got like ultra realistic masks, you know, people could be wearing, or there could be clones. Who knows? But I think he's like doing that to just kind of like, for the few people that see it, you know, just to get us prepared for what's coming. I think, you know, I think some crazy shit's coming, so to speak.
Yeah, like I said before, I look at it like you know, the cartoon, the Peanuts. Lucy has the football, and here comes Charlie Brown to kick the football, and she always pulls the football out at the last second. So, I mean, I don't know. I try to do what uplifts me in the present moment. Like, I kind of look at the mainstream media, the political atmosphere, as like a movie on the screen. Like, oh boy, here we go. What are they gonna do today? Oh, here he goes. Tom Cruise is going to jump out that airplane in the new Mission Impossible. Here he comes, you know? So, you know, like, I'll say it like this. Liars tell lies, right? So it wouldn't surprise me anything they said, you know? If Biden was a clone, I'll be like, there they go, lying again. You know? When are they going to tell the truth? Probably never. I mean, you could go down the list of everything: weapons of mass destruction, Gulf of Tonkin, COVID, blah, 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 blah. You know, they always got some cool ghost story that they're telling about a faraway place. I just try not to get attached to any of it. I just like, all right, well, you know, like even if aliens landed in my yard, I'd be like, there they are. You know, I knew it was true. You know, I'm not going to wait for them. I'm going to use my own discernment. And, you know, I don't want their story to become my story, if you know what I'm saying. So, like, you know, like, Oh, the aliens are here. Well, let me go outside and take a look. Looks pretty clear to me. I guess they're not here, you know? So that's kind of how I live my life, and I focus my energy on it, you know? So I don't know, you know, like, would it surprise me if Obama's a traitor? Not really. Not really. They throw all their people under the bus, you know? They threw Joe Biden under the bus too, right? They threw Kamala Harris under the bus. Those are their own people. So if they do that to their own people, what do they do to us? They're definitely going to throw us under the bus. They're going to throw us under the bus, back up, and run over us 5 times, you know? So if they treat their own people who are in their own camp like that, how do they look at us? So that's kind of the way I look at it, you know? Yeah, Obama. Would it surprise me if Biden's a clone? No. You know, he's not all the way there anyway, you know? So I don't know, you know? It's a crazy circus out there, and I just get my popcorn and sit back and watch the episode of Seinfeld and laugh at it like the joke it is. Like, oh, here comes Kramer in the door. Oh boy, woo, this is a good one. This season of America sure is funny, right? Obama's a clone. Who knew? You know, Joe Biden's a clone. Obama's a traitor. The aliens are in Antarctica. Crazy times. This is the craziest episode of America I've ever seen. You know, this series is crazy.
Well, when I see stuff like that, like, it gets me excited. I'm looking forward to it. I want disclosure. I want to know what's really going on. I want the government to just say, yes, we've been in touch with aliens. Yes, there's all these different races. Yes, there were advanced civilizations living here on Earth, and yes, your true history is this, and I want all that. I can't wait. Like, I'm ready for the 10 days of darkness, mass arrests, and the release of all the technology that's being withheld from us, and for everything to just, like, I'm tired of it. I'm done with the show. I don't want to see the show anymore. I want to see what's really out there,
Yeah, I understand. I'm done with the show too. Like I said in past sad songs, like, well, why do they gotta wait? Why do they have to be the gatekeepers who decide what we see? Tell me, I want to see. Oh, you're too stupid you're gonna jump out of a window if you know aliens are real. Maybe I'm not. Let me decide what I'm gonna do, right? You think I'm so stupid that I can't even use my own discernment? Like, oh, aliens are here, I might as well leave. Goodbye, cruel world. Maybe I want to see what happens with the aliens. Maybe they're nice aliens. So how can I put this gently? Waiting for the liars to tell the truth, you might be waiting a long time. You know what I'm saying? So just I would just use your own discernment. If you feel the aliens are true, then they are true, and don't wait for anybody to tell you they're true, because these are habitual liars. It's almost like waiting for the devil to tell you the truth. He's always going to tell you a fake story or a lie. So I don't know. But I look at it like Lucy with the football and the peanuts. When are you going to tell me? I know disclosure's coming tomorrow. We got them JFK files coming. Here comes Charlie Brown to kick the football. Whoop! Oh, he fell and hit his head again for the millionth time. Today is the day. Here comes the football again. Whoop! Nope, not today. Again, whoop! So it gets to the point where you don't even want to kick the football again. Like, yeah, sure. Oh, you got the alien papers coming today. All right, I already know there are some sort of enlightened beings out there. So I don't want to play your football game anymore. I'm tired of hitting my head on the ground.
I had a question about And this is a good one. So let's just say you do a Kriya twice in one day. Does it stay with you forever?
Oh, okay. That was your question? Yeah, so
Yeah, like yeah. If you do it for like, let's just say you do it for weeks, do the positive benefits kind of like build up and resonate with you?
yeah, so I would say that depending how much you do a Kriya, it's not a one size fits all. It's basically some people need to do the Kriya because they need it more to enhance them. Some people can do it a couple times and it kind of becomes second nature to them. Like even in my case, like in our school, there's certain Kriyas I haven't done in a while that I revisit, and I've done it so much that it's easy for me to revisit. Like I don't have to warm up to it. Like, oh yeah, I remember I used to put my hand here. I used to do it like this, or I used to have this visualization, or I used to breathe this way. So it depends on the individual. Like there's no right or wrong way to say it. I would just say that the more you do anything like mantra japa or kriyas, the more it becomes second nature. And the more practice you have, it kind of becomes the soundtrack of your life, and it kind of runs in the background while you do your daily life. So in my case, I've said the mantra Om Kriya Babaji Nam Om so many times that it's almost like a 24-hour a day loop in my life. It's almost like the background soundtrack to my life. So it's kind of the same with the Kriya. If you do a Kriya so much, it just becomes you always kind of have the benefits there. So but it depends. Some people need to do the Kriyas more because they need to enhance the benefits, and some people need to do it less. It really depends. It's no one size fits all. It just depends. It's more personalized and individualized for every person on the path. So I this is a harder answer to. This is a question that you would probably answer better because you know your body way better than me, and you know what works better for me, for yourself. But I would say that there's no correct answer. It's different for every person. Like it just depends what works best for you. So if you do a Kriya for weeks and it continues to uplift you, then it's a great Kriya. If you do it once or twice and it's lost its benefits, or you're not getting the results you expect, then I would go to another Kriya, So it just depends what works best for you. That is the best practice, I would say.
And what do you think about like cold showers? And like,
Yeah.
because like, how would you compare them? Like, have you ever went on a spree where you like indulged in cold showers or cold baths? And how would that versus like Kriya yoga? And I'm specifically talking, I guess, because of Wim Hof, if you've ever heard of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know who Wim Hof is. I would say in my case, when I was in the Himalayan mountains, I swam every morning in the freezing cold lake in the Himalayan mountains.
Wow.
So I enjoy the cold. Like in the beginning it was a little harsh, but once you get over that 10 seconds, it becomes blissful,
Mm-hmm.
And there's two different ways. Like somebody like Wim Hof would just sit there in the ice bath, right? Some people would swim. It just depends. It works different for other people. I would say the cold shock proteins you get from being in the cold water are more of a physical thing. The kriyas are more of a internal thing, like inner work thing. So it's a little different, but you get the kind of same benefits. Other one is more a physical benefit than, and kriyas are more of internal benefit, I would say. But there's still great benefits also, right?
Thank you.
Nice. And then Practice Being, he says, you're on the front line as a bulletproof soul, Vedagurudev. That's nice.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Practice Being, I just ran across your YouTube channel. I think it's great. It's a great spiritual channel. So everybody subscribe to Practice Being. You're doing great work.
Yeah. Yeah, Veronica told me about your channel Practice Being, and if you want me to come on your channel, I would love to come on your channel. Maybe we could do an interview, and that'd be great. I like your insights. I watched some of your videos about semen retention, brahmacharya, and if you want to talk about it, we could do that for sure. So I appreciate your kind words. You're on the front line as a bulletproof soul, Vedagurudev. Well, I hope my soul is bulletproof, or I'll be leaving this physical plane.
Yeah.
But I'm out there holding up the white flag or trying to be a lighthouse in the darkness. So I'm trying my best, you know. Is it perfect? No, not really, but I'm trying my best. So, yeah, Practice Being. I also saw you're a member of our free Kriya Yoga school. So that's great. So, yeah, reach out to me and maybe we could collaborate on something. And we're trying to we're at 715 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So we want to be like you, Practice Being, and be over 1,000 so we could get monetized, you know. So send some of your subscribers my way. That would be greatly appreciated, you know.
We'll send some your way.
Yeah, we'll send some your way, or we could collaborate on both channels or do something. So and if you're not subscribed to my channel at Vedagurudev is my channel, trying to get some more subscribers to get over 1,000, and we have a free Kriya Yoga school and a paid Kriya Yoga school. So or if you need a call, like a good success story, last week Brendan was on the Satsang, and now he's a member in our Kriya Yoga school. So it's possible, you know. He saw the benefits. Brendan actually went on a call with me, and we discussed how Kriya Yoga could help him. It was a very enlightening call. So if you want to see how Kriya Yoga can help you, and go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Calendar will come up, pick a date and a time, and I'll go on a call with you. And yeah, that'd be great. And if you want to learn about the Kriya Yoga School, we have a free Kriya Yoga School which gives you the basics. Yeah, discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga, 100% free. Freekriyayoga.com. Need help? Book a call with me, Vedagurudev, and we'll try to solve your problems in real time. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass, click on the book a call button, and calendar will open up, and you can pick a date and time. Or if you just want to start practicing Kriya Yoga right now, go straight to the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, 50% off, $50 a month, $250 a year. So
I had a question about the Nadi Sudi again.
Yeah, go ahead, Brendan.
I noticed that when you did it, or at least my interpretation, you were breathing hard, But the way that I was taught by Sadhguru, or that he showed us, he said to do it so light that you wouldn't even blow a feather.
Yeah. So the reason I do it so hard, so you can hear it on the microphone, right? Because if I did it light like a feather, like they said, you wouldn't be able to hear it. But yeah, there's two schools of thought. Like some people do it super hard because they're trying to cleanse their breathing, right? They're trying to get out all the junk, you know, like my guru also used to put like Vicks under his nose, and he used to do it like when he went to New Delhi, because the pollution is so bad in New Delhi that they're always trying to cleanse their pranayama, right? Like most yogis hate to go to New Delhi because the pollution, the noise, everything is overwhelming. So they have these techniques to really clear themselves out. If you live in the Himalayan mountains, yeah, probably you would just do it light as a feather, right? Like you said, like you make your breath so thin that you can't even blow a feather. You can't even see the feather move. Or if you live in the big city and there's a lot of pollution, you would really want to get it out. Like you would go, you know, you would try to get all that stuff in your respiratory system out. So it just depends. Like I would say, if you're in nature and there's not pollution and there's a lot of prana, then that's a good way to do it. If you live in downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you would probably have to go a little extra, you know. That's just my opinion, you know. Like it depends. So it depends on your atmosphere and where you work. But there is no right or wrong way to do it anyway, you know. Like if doing it light as a feather uplifts you, then that is the right way. If doing it harder uplifts you, then that is the right way. So I would say there's no right or wrong way to do. I would use your own discernment and see what works best for you and uplifts you, makes you feel the best. That is the best way, I would definitely say.
I've never done it harder.
Oh, maybe try it, you know.
And
We'll see, maybe.
yeah, no, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
He always said that end on the left nostril, because if you would end on the right, it could make you go crazy.
I don't know. I've ended on the right probably millions of times, and I don't think I've ever gone crazy. So I wouldn't put too much thought into that. You know, I understand the ritual way. They say start on the right because right is Shiva, you know, and end on the left because left is Shakti. So it's like the alchemy, like Ida and Pingala. But would it make you go crazy? I find that hard to believe. I don't see anybody's ever gone crazy. But you know, I know they say these things.
He said it could. That's could, but go ahead. Yeah.
Or it could not. I would just leave that.
I
would leave that out. I would if ending on the what did he say? End on the right, right? On the right would.
Yeah.
If you end on the right and it makes you feel good, then that is a good practice. If you don't, if you end on the right and you go crazy, maybe don't end on the right. You know, that's basically the way I would say it. But like, you know, they say a lot of stuff out there, and you know, I don't know. I
just wasn't sure. Like, you know, I wanted to know like exactly. Just it's really nice to get an actual point of view. You know, like
yeah, like these are. I would say you use your practice as a guide, right? If you end on right and you don't go crazy and you feel better, I would maybe try to end on the right. Like they say a lot of stuff that maybe doesn't work for you. Like, you got to do it for 7 minutes, right? And you're like, man, maybe I shouldn't do fluttering of the breath for 7 minutes. My head hurts. I'm gonna do it for 2 minutes. Is there a right or wrong way to do it? Not really. Just do whichever way works best for you. So anybody who's telling you go crazy if you land on the wrong nostril, that sounds pretty far-fetched to me. Like, whatever nostril you land on, I don't think that's gonna make you go crazy. And if you land on a nostril and it makes you go crazy, then you probably need to do more inner work. It's probably not a nostril thing anyway. So I would take all this with a grain of salt. Like, oh, okay, like, let me see. But I would just say, just do what works for you. Like I was saying before, like, you could hold your fingers like this, or you could hold your fingers like this. I mean, whichever way works best for you, that is the best way. I mean, it's not as important. The more exhaling and inhaling is more important on each side than which finger is which. That's when you kind of get lost in the technique, like trying to make sense. I would just do whichever way works best for you. If your thumb and your index finger are better for you, why not? Same thing. You're basically doing the same technique. So, and the thing I like about our school, we kind of leave all this ghost stories out of the practice, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you're going to go crazy if you land on the left nostril. What?
I mean, it was something sense. I remember him specifically saying that, I'm pretty sure, at least outside of that. But I imagine he said that in the class too. So.
I mean, I would question that. Like, I mean, basically, to me personally, I would be like, why does that even need to be said? Like,
I thought it messed with the energies and messed like something very important. That's that. I mean, maybe that's the way I don't know why he said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Why would you even say that? Like, what's the point? Yeah. Like, if you're alternating the breath back and forth with Nadi Sudi, then you're doing the technique. Like, and like I said, it doesn't matter the finger or it doesn't matter the side. It matters the more transition of the breath, right? Like, the more smoothness, the more momentum of the breath back and forth, alternating the breath, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't even know. Like you said, why would he say that? Has he ever seen anybody go crazy from that? I've never seen anybody go crazy. Like, how could you be at a low level where landing on the wrong nostril would make you go crazy? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but that's why I don't like to get wrapped up in the dogma of these Kriya yogic traditions. They've been regurgitating these stories. I'm like, we're all grown-ups. I'm not going to treat you like a child. Like, I know what's best for you and what will make you crazy. Here's all the Kriyas in our school. Do the best you can. I'm available 24 hours a day for questions, and let's be the best person we could be, right? Like, it almost seems like, I mean, I like Sadhguru, and I don't like to judge any other yogi. So I say I take this with a grain of salt, but when you get on a certain guru play, like, I know what's best for you and what will make you crazy and what won't. How is that possible? Right? Yeah. So I don't like that guru play on a pedestal. In our Kriya Yoga school, I say, I'm just like you. I've been where you're at. I understand the questions you have. Let's walk this journey together. Equals. I don't want you to see me as higher than you or Guruji or wash my car or whatever that stuff, that guru play is. I don't want none of that, right? You can even ask Veronica. Even me saying I'm a guru took a long time, right? I didn't even want that, right? It took a ceremonial guru play of like Guru Purnima, which is a celebration of your guru. And Veronica asked a question like, if we're celebrating our guru in the Kriya Yoga school, who should we celebrate? And I was like, well, I guess that's me. So I guess I'm gonna have to wear that title, you know. But it took many months. So I don't want any of our students or anybody to look at me as higher than them, or you know, touch my feet in that guru play. I want you to look at me as equal, you know. Like I've been to the same place you've been. I've had the same questions as you. If I could do it, anybody could do it. So when he says like, if you land on the wrong nostril, you'll go crazy, that seems like an uncomfortable guru play to me, you know. I mean, just in my opinion, like how would you know what would make you go crazy? But I mean, that, I'm not trying to judge any other yogi. Sadhguru's great. He got some good techniques, and he's helping people, so why not, you know? But just I would take any of these things like with a grain of salt. Like Donnie said in one of the other sad songs that a priest said that if you open your third eye, you're going to let demons in your body. I'm like, whew, it's getting thick in here, you know? So like I've opened my third eye a million times. How many demons have possessed me? 0, you know? So like, I don't know, you know, you got to take all this with all this kind of dogma and all these kind of rules and regulations with a grain of salt. Like I said, they say 7 minutes. If you get the benefits in 2 minutes, why not? You know, 2 minutes. There it is. Or if you do fluttering of your breath or Kalapabhati breath and you start to get lightheaded in 3 minutes, stop. You know, don't try to go to 7 minutes. You know, I don't want no one to faint or no one to, you know, get dizzy, you know. One of our students one time said, how long should I sit in the lotus position? And I said, if you can't walk, you've sat in the lotus position too long, you know. So that's kind of how I look at all these techniques. Like if you start to feel pain and it starts to be uncomfortable, it's too long, you know, whether it's 30 seconds or it's 1 minute, you know. So I would always try to make your sadhana, your practice, as relaxed and comfortable as possible, and breathe into everything you do. And that would be my best advice. But yeah, there's a lot of cool ghost stories out there.
I bet.
Let me relax my feet 1 second. Anybody has any questions, put it in the YouTube chat. We'll answer it live.
My earbuds died a little bit ago, so I think this was Rock Bottom asks, but you know everything that's going on. I think that was when Paul was talking about how we've been lied to. And then Rock Bottom asks, what about the technology of the human spirit? That's
a difficult one to ask. Is there technology of the human spirit? What would be the technology of the human spirit? Like, that's a good question. That's pretty advanced. What about the technology of the human spirit?
Yeah.
I mean, Rock Bottom, maybe elaborate on that. I'm not sure how to really answer that one. What is the technology of the human spirit?
I would say like that anything that we can do with like regular technology, we could probably just do with our own minds, like telepathy or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I would agree. I would do your inner work and not depend on technology or anything to do the inner work for you. It's an inner journey. It's not an external journey. So, you know, when the C word thing happened, I asked my guru, what should I do? And he said, if you can't go outside, go inside. So don't try to rely on external things to do your inner work for you. It's an internal journey, and no external thing can tell you how you feel inside you, you know? So I wouldn't try to microwave the spiritual path or try to speed it up through technology. I would just do the inner work, and it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Let's put it to you that way. So don't let no computer tell you how you feel inside you. You know, do your own inner work. And I mean, technology could be beneficial. We're using technology right now over the internet, and I'm talking to people on live stream. But as far as doing the inner work, I would just do your own inner work. So I'm not anti-technology. I'm not saying put two sticks together and make a fire so you could have something to eat tonight. I'm just saying there's places for everything. And I think inner work, there's no way anybody or any technology can know how you feel inside you. So you are the king of your castle. You use your own discernment to make decisions that serve you best and benefit you best and get you the best results.
And then Sandy says, yes, keep shining and choose love no matter what the distractions or boogeyman passes your way.
Absolutely. Have unlimited love. Like one of my favorite sad songs was like, love is not 5 beans in your hand that you can only give to people. Love is unlimited. Give as much love to everybody. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Love my country, love the world, love the continent, love the universe, love God, love everything, right? So if you see God in everything and everywhere, you have unlimited love. And why would you hurt a bird if you see yourself as that bird, if you know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of the mindset of why they kind of don't eat meat in India. They see the animal as them, you know. They see the cow as sacred. So why if you see yourself as a mirror in that being, then why would you harm it? But it's not a path for everybody. You know, if you enjoy meat and you get protein from meat, why not? You know, I don't want to be a food Nazi. You know, what works for me might not work for you, so on and so forth. So whatever gives you the most nourishment, that's the food you should eat. And I'll let you make choices for yourself.
Gurudev, I wanted to ask you how, just real quick.
Yeah.
How do I like book a call with you?
Oh, how do you book a call with me? You go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass, and there's a button that says book a call, and you click on that button, and a calendar will come up, and you choose the date and time on that calendar, and then I'll get a message, and you'll get a message that your call is booked, and then when the time comes, you'll get messages like your call is in an hour, and I'll get it too, and we'll show up on Google Meet, and same like before.
Is there a better time for you? Because I know you're on tonight.
I mean, anytime is good for me. I live in Thailand, so I'm 11 hours ahead of you. So right now it's night for you. Right now it's day for me. But I mean, anytime is good. Like I try to be available for all of our members 24 hours a day. So if you're going through something and you need help at 3 a.m., let's do it. Right? Why wait? You know, Paul was saying on our class that I didn't. He sent me a text message on my Google Voice number, and I didn't see it. Right. So, but Paul said by the time he did want to contact me, he realized he didn't need to contact me. So I'm gonna try to make it a point to get closer. So send me a message on SKOOL DM or by email, and we'll try to fix all those problems. You know, because our school, I want to help all of our members in real time. You know, and this is one of the benefits from joining our school. Like if you're going through something. One of our members in our school was going through something yesterday, and I was like,
So
let's
was
get
I.
on a call. Let's get on a call right now. Let's not wait. Let's not prolong it. No need to suffer anymore. Let's fix this right now. So yeah, whatever time works best for you, that's a good time, you know. So the most important thing is let's overcome whatever you're going through right now, you know. Let's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
wait. My guru told me, he said one time, this is funny, he said, Vedagurudev, what's the best time to plant a tree? I go, I don't know. Tomorrow? And he goes, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So I always have that mindset, like, let's not wait. Let's not prolong it. The more you wait, the more the monkey mind starts getting crazy and giving you doubts. Let's fix it right now. So as a benefit to all of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass members, I offer a call 24 hours a day. So if you want that, then join our paid Kriya Yoga School. Or if you want to book a call with me, we could talk about it. And that's Brendan is living proof. Last week he was on the Satsang. This week he's a member of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. So
Proof.
there's a live testimonial on the screen right now. All right, and all of our members are members of our Kriya Yoga School on the screen right now. So. So yeah, Paul. If you're going through something, the same way I told Brandon, go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Click on the book a call button. Choose a time and a date that works best for you, and we'll schedule a call and I'll go on it. So it's available to all of our Kriya Yoga School members, and don't be shy. You know, if you're going through something, let's fix it today.
See, MB asks, Vedagurudev, were you also near Mount Kailash in the Himalayas? Your guru lives somewhere near?
Yes, this is a great question. So Mount Kailash, Shiva Mountain. I have been to Mount Kailash to the top. And my guru wrote a book called Kailash in Quest of Self. So my guru has actually been to Mount Kailash over 20 times. I like to say it's his second ashram. He loves going there. He goes there religiously every year. You know, I don't know, during the COVID times, probably not. And it's a good question now. This was like up until 2019. 2020 I came back, so I heard that you can't go to Kailash no more because it's in China territory, which is a shame. The most highest mountain, the abode of Shiva, is now controlled by Chinese, and I heard that they don't let you go there no more. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I heard like Satguru used to go there once a year also, and they weren't able to go. Maybe foreigners could go, but Indians can't go. They have some kind of dispute over it. So at one point, you could only look at Kailash. You couldn't go there no more. But to answer your question, yeah, my guru's ashram is in Dawada Hut, which is 10 kilometers away from Babaji's cave. You know, the same cave Lahiri Messiah saw the Golden Palace. You know, Lahiri Messiah is from Dawada Hut, and Neem Karoli Baba's ashram is close by, and Kailash is probably a 4-hour drive from there. Maybe more. So yeah, we love Kailash. My guru wrote a book about Kailash, and I have been there, and my guru's been there many times. So Kailash is a great place. So please, China, give our Himalayan Indian mountain back.
I want to go there.
So I don't know. Maybe somebody check on Google and see if Kailash is still available for Indian people.
Practice Being says, I've been practicing the same Kriya for a while. I'm willing to branch out and see what Kriyas that you offer. I'm also willing to collab. Our goal is the same, to help as many people as possible.
All right, let's do it. Sounds like a partnership. Yeah. So yeah, put in the chat what Kriyas you've been practicing. Yeah, in our school, like Brandon just became a member a couple days ago. We have all Kriyas, so we have hundreds of Kriyas. Like I was looking at the class; it's almost endless, right? It would take you months to go through everything. So basically, if you want to expand your Kriya Yoga practice, it's good that you already have a framework of practicing Kriya Yoga. We have a classroom where it takes you on a journey. So you go through the beginner techniques, you go through the intermediate, you go through the advanced, and then we have classrooms for all pranayamas, all meditations, all asanas, all mudras, all mantra japa, and every Saturday we have a very interactive class. We had a great class this last Saturday, which was almost 3 hours. So we answer all questions same way on here, live in real time. You can come on the screen, ask me whatever you want, and I demonstrate the Kriyas also. So yeah, we would love to have you on our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, and I would love to collaborate and go on your channel with you and answer your members' questions. And if you could tell them to subscribe to our channel, we'll tell them to subscribe to your channel, and we'll cross promote that way. So we're trying to get to. I saw you had over 1,000 subscribers, Practice Being. So we're trying to get to where you're at. For all the people that don't know, once you get over 1,000 subscribers, you get monetized. So there have been people on here that wanted to give like a cup of coffee or super chat, and we're not at that point yet. So we aim to be like you, Practice Being. So yeah, yeah, if you're a member of the free Kriya Yoga School, so yeah, send me a message on school chat. Like there's like a little chat thing, and you click on that and you type in your message, or I think we probably have like my email on one of the banners. You can email me directly, vedagurudev@gmail.com. It's VEGGURUDEV. So there's no A in Vedagurudev. Yeah, there it is. So there's some other Vedagurudev who took my Gmail email.
Yeah.
So whatever Vedgurudev's out there, God bless you, So Vedgurudev minus the A. So you can email me directly, or however you want to do it. And yeah, let's help people. That's my ultimate goal out here. I'm not getting rich off the Kriya Yoga School. So I'm more doing this to help people and solve people's problems, and have a interactive community where people can uplift each other. So yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I've got a question about destiny. I think we've talked about it before a little bit, but like out of curiosity, does it matter if I wear my seatbelt, if I wear a motorcycle helmet? Like, I don't really like to, well, I don't have a motorcycle anymore, but I didn't like to wear it when I did have one. I would only wear it like on the highway to keep bugs and stuff out of my eyes. But like, does it matter? Like, does it matter? Am I tempting fate by not wearing it, or is what's going to happen to me going to happen regardless at a certain point in time? What would you say about that?
So does destiny matter? I would say that my guru would say, just by being aware of your true nature and your true potential, you're 80% of the way home. But I wouldn't test destiny. So even though you're an enlightened being and your soul can transcend and not die, your energy moves on. He was like, I wouldn't go swim with the alligators or the sharks, you know, because you want to make as much progress as you can by being aware in this physical incarnation. So the Siddhas, the highly enlightened yogis that they were always developing these kriyas, these techniques to extend their life as long as they could. So they always wanted the alchemy to be pure and perfect, so they could make as much spiritual progress as possible. Because they would say, if you reincarnate, you're going to pick up where you left off in the next reincarnation. So you want to make as much progress as you can before you get the memory wipe. And who knows how many years it's going to take you to get back on the path. Me, it took me over 40 years. So I don't want to go through that again. I want to do as much as I can in this life and make as much progress as I can. And hopefully I pick up where I'm left off, or if I'm really lucky, I ascend just to the higher astral plane, you know? So I would say it's kind of a spiritual wrestling, which is predetermined, like it's kind of scripted, but I wouldn't test it. I would wear your seatbelt so you could go as far as you can go in this incarnation and see how much progress you make. So like I said, I wouldn't, even though you know you're an enlightened being and your soul and your energy will transition, I wouldn't try to I would try to use this life as a gift and an opportunity to make as much spiritual progress as you can, because you don't want to cut it short. Maybe you get the memory wipe and you don't remember that you were a yogi and over and over and over. So I would try to make as much spiritual progress and help as many people as you can in this lifetime and see what happens. So it's kind of predetermined. Like I said, spiritual wrestling, but I don't know. I would try to make as much progress as you can. I wouldn't try to cut it short. That's why, but I wouldn't attach too much to this life either, right? Now that you're aware, you're pretty much 80% of the way home. And most of these yogis, they look at their physical body as like changing clothes. Like they're always saying, neti, not this, meaning their body. I am not this body. I am not this mind, you know, which is basically saying this physical meat suit, this is basically a car driving my soul around. I don't identify with the car. I identify with my soul. So my true inner nature. So they kind of look at their own body as like a junk car or like a physical meat suit, you know, space suit, carrying their soul around. So they know the higher truth that their soul will transcend. Energy never dissipates or dies. It kind of moves on. You'll get a new car, you'll get a new body, whatever, but don't try to shorten the process, right? Yeah. Don't swim with sharks. Don't jump out of airplanes unless you like that kind of thing. You know, don't drive your car into a wall, you know, this type of stuff. You know, try to make as much spiritual progress, help as many people as you can in this physical incarnation, I would say.
Not saying that I have a death wish, but I'm just saying that, like, I feel like nothing is going to happen to me until the time is right. So it really didn't matter whether I wore the helmet or not, because I just don't think I'm going to die until it's time for me to die. That's what I'm kind of saying. But
yeah, pretty much. I would say so. Like, I like to joke with Babaji sometimes, like, even if I wanted to die, I got too much work to do on this physical plane that Babaji wouldn't let me die, you know? So that that's kind of the way I look at it too. Like when the time is right, you know, in yoga they say, I asked my guru about death. He said when it's the right day, when it's the right time, and it's the right year, then you will transcend. So that's kind of how they look at it. They're not thinking about it too much. It'll happen when it happens, you know? So I would just enjoy the process, wake up with a smile on your face, try to be as happy as you can, enjoy nature, enjoy the finer things in life, and be an enjoyer like Boganantar. Enjoy yourself. Be happy.
I am going to get out of here.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us, Brendan.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
If you want to book a call with me anytime, you know, I'd love to see your beautiful smiling face again on a call. And we had a good, profound conversation last time. Let's do it again.
I appreciate all you guys.
Appreciate you
I
too.
appreciate you too. Have a great day. Namaste.
Night.
God bless everybody.
God bless you too.
You too.
Well,
Okay.
we have a comment from Sandy. I don't know,
Maybe
it's kind of funny.
I'm gonna stretch out my feet.
Yeah,
Maybe
stretch out.
now that he left and we're not blocking him, we could put that up again.
Okay, see how it looks.
Yeah. See, the
Yeah.
comment goes over. All right, cool. All right.
All right,
One
it's 2
second.
people. We can do it.
2 people, we could do it. All right. Something to fix in the future. I'll make
Yeah.
another one for 3 people. Small.
Okay, let me go back to the comments. We see if I can read
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Where was I? God, Sandy, you're funny. Maybe going crazy is a good thing if you're using the society as the measuring stick. Yeah, like this world is nuts.
Well, I don't know. Going crazy, you know, going mad maybe is not a good thing. But yeah, in this crazy Maya delusional world, it's constant attack on your consciousness, all these psyops and all these narratives. And man, it's a total war zone. In our Kriya Yoga School, we have a mantra, which is called the Kavacham Shield Mantra, which basically protects you from the outside Maya delusional world. But even me, when I go outside to go buy some food or pick up my daughter from school, I got to put up my Kavacham Shield mantra, because Thailand, there's motorcycles driving the wrong way, every which way, honking. It's crazy out here. So in our Kriya Yoga School, we aim to give people some tools that they could navigate and integrate into their daily life to help them overcome from going mad in this crazy Maya delusional society. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't use this society or this Maya delusion as the measuring stick of your consciousness, for sure. 0.
Yeah, do not measure that.
It's the opposite. It's negative. It's not positive. So, but yeah, if you wake up with a smile on your face and you stay blissful and happy and unshakable no matter what, you should be okay out here. You know, you start, your aura starts to radiate, and it starts to part the Red Sea for you, and it's easier to navigate this Maya delusional world, this society, when you have some Kriya yoga tools in your toolbox. You have some Kriyas in your pocket. It becomes more of a blissful experience than a depressing, sad kind of experience, which Veronica's been in our school since the beginning, so she can probably testify to that.
I testify.
Testify, Veronica.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Jai Babaji. Jai Babaji.
Jai Babaji.
You know, my mother's a Southern Baptist, so she goes to Black people's church, and I like their songs, and I like them dancing in the aisles
Yeah.
and
The feel of the
singing,
Holy Spirit.
the Holy Spirit. Yeah, that's what they say. I got the Holy Spirit. He's got it. He's got it. So, yeah, that's what benefits Kriya Yoga brings to you. Jai Babaji, you sing it from your heart, right?
You feel it.
all the glory to Babaji, and Jai means victory. So we breathe in our school Ujjayi breath, which is victory breath, like victory over your breath. Jai Babaji, victory to Babaji, victory to Mataji, victory to Sitas, victory to all enlightened beings. Jai Shiva, Jai Lakshmi, Jai Ganesha, Jai them all, Jai all.
Jai, jai, jai.
Jai, jai, jai.
And exciting. Mariana is here. She says, hello, namaste, my beautiful people. Hello.
Namaste, Mariana. Hello to you, Mariana. And all of our beautiful people out there in YouTube land.
Let's see. Let me read this question. Let me see. What does it look like to get rid of Pradraha
karma. Yeah.
karma? What does it look like when it happens to us? What are the symptoms? We can tell by looking at another person. Yeah, I want to know. Let's see.
What does it look like to get? Well, this is a good question. Like, let me see if I get this right. Agama karma, Pradraha karma, and Sanchita karma. So I think I could be mistaken. You could correct me if I'm wrong. I think Pradraha karma is present day karma. Agama karma is past karma, and Sanchita karma is future karma. I mean, I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So present day karma, Pradraha karma. What does present day karma look like? Pradraha karma, in yoga, they say where we have too much work burning our agama karma, our past karma. So we don't want to create any pradraha karma, any present day karma. And if we don't, there's no need for sanchita karma, future karma, because we didn't create any karma so we don't even worry about future karma. So pradraha karma is karma you create in the present day, or I could be wrong. And what does it look like? You just don't create any new karma for you to burn. And with these Kriya yoga practices we do, all the Kriyas are burning our karma from the past and present, right? So we try to be mindful of not creating more karma to add onto our trash mountain of karma we collected from all of our reincarnations. So present day karma, to solve this problem, I just wouldn't create any more karma. How can you create more karma? Cheating people, being mean to people, hurting people, being violent to people, that would create more karma to stack on top of your other incarnations trash mountain of karma. So I would just not create any more karma, be as loving and kind and as compassionate, and help as many people as you can, as much as you can. That way you wouldn't create more pradraha karma. And it looks like when it happens to us, what are the symptoms? So can I tell by looking at other people? You would have to be on a higher frequency to read other people's karma, which I don't even know if you would want that to happen anyway. You wouldn't want other people's trash to become your trash. So you wouldn't. Many yogis have had these stories where they didn't want other people's karma become their karma, right? So I wouldn't even try to look into other people's karma. There wouldn't be no point. That's more for them to burn off and work out. what does it look like when it happens to us? What are the symptoms? So
Yeah.
the symptoms would, you would just feel depressed. You would feel not uplifted. You would be stuck in your lower emotions that these karma are holding you down, you know? So, but if you have, like I was saying before, some tools to burn off these karmas, they can't really affect you because you're in a higher frequency. You're in a higher state. So all the practices we do in Kriya Yoga, we're bringing our energy up. We're not, these lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the navel chakra, these were desires, lower emotions, anger, jealousy, they all live down here, right? So we're always trying to bring our energy up. We're always trying to rise our kundalini. So I would say make it a practice of bringing your energy up so you don't get stuck in these lower emotions, because it's hard to get out of these lower emotions when you don't have some tools to uplift you, right? So I would say if you need some basic tools, join our free Kriya Yoga school. We'll give you some basic framework of how to use Kriya Yoga. If you want some really profound tools to break you out of these lower emotions, these this depression, then join our paid Kriya Yoga school. But it's up to you. Up to you. So I would start with the free Kriya Yoga school if you want to have some tools to get you started for free. If you enjoy those tools and they give you benefits and value, and you want to come up to the paid Kriya Yoga school with us, then yeah, we could do it like that. Yeah. So and yeah, there you go. So yeah, discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga. It's 100% free, no pressure, no obligation. Go to freekriyayoga.com, join the group. You know, you could chat with me in there, or if you need help right now today, you're going through something, you could book a call with me, kriyayogamasterclass.com. Click on the book a call button. Calendar will come up. Pick the date and time you want to talk to me, and we'll try to solve your problems together, and we'll overcome it. And if you like the value I give and you want to join the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, it's $50 a month, $250 a year. But I'll let you decide what resonates, works best for you. But if you have no knowledge of Kriya Yoga, I would start at the free Kriya Yoga School, freekriyayoga.com. If you need help right now, you're going through something and you need somebody to talk to, book a call with me, Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Click on the book a call button. Like I said, choose your date and time on the calendar. I'll show up and we'll work through your problems. The call is 100% free too. If you like what we're doing at the Kriya Yoga School and you enjoy our mission, then join our paid Kriya Yoga School. But up to you. As long as you get help, the most important thing besides money is helping people. So I help as many people as I can for free. And if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel right here, Vedagurudev. And and you know, we're trying to get over 1,000 subscribers. We're at 715 now. So everybody watching this, please subscribe. 100% free. Every day I post a daily Babaji quote, which is very inspirational. And we edit these satsangs up and we get the best questions and we post them too. So you'll have a lot of value 2 times a day. A satsang question from this satsang right here, and daily Babaji quotes that will uplift you for free. All I ask is it's just you subscribe so we can get over 1,000 members. We're pretty close. So
Yeah.
but we're all those people on YouTube right now. Go right there, Vedagurudev, at Vedagurudev, just subscribe. 100% free, and there's good values, good inspirational videos, and yeah. So I actually forgot what the question was at this point, but I think I covered it.
I think you covered it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, if
karma
you,
seems pretty straightforward to me. Just the simple saying, you reap what you sow. The laws of cause and effect. Do good and good will return to you, evil and evil will return to you. And I really have no control over what I did in the past, so can't really think about that too much.
yeah.
Yeah, so now I remember Pradraha karma, like present day karma. So I wouldn't really dwell on it or think about it. Veronica asked me this question before. When I do my practice, I just do it because it makes me feel good. Whatever karma there is or whatever, doing my sadhana, I'm indirectly burning it off anyway. So, but it's not really a thought when I do it. I do these Kriya yoga practices because they uplift me and make me feel good. But yeah, like Paul said, you begin to see yourself as like a mirror. So if you do bad, you get bad back. If you help people, you get good back. So why would you even waste your energy on doing bad when you could use your energy to help people and uplift people? So that's kind of the way I would think. I would try to do the best you can and burn off as much karmic debt as you can. So my aim, so say what they say is true. I transcend my physical body. I go before the council of elders and they say, they open the book on Vedagurudev and they say, Vedagurudev, first half of your life wasn't so good, but you really picked it up when you got on the path of Kriya Yoga and you helped this Santa Claus list of people. Look at this list. And it just keeps going on and on and on. Yeah. It keeps going on and on and on. And they said, come on in. So that's the way I look at it. Love as many people as you can. Help as many people as you can. Be as kind, as compassionate as you can. Love people unlimitedly. It's not 5 beans in your hand. It's unlimited. There's no limit on love. So you should love as many people as you can. Love trees, love birds, love people, love the sky, love the sun, love everything you can, 100%. And wake up with a smile on your face every day and say, thank you, God. I could do it again. The source is the greatest. Babaji is the greatest. Shiva is the greatest. Jesus is the greatest. Whatever God or deity you resonate with, that is the greatest deity. And enjoy yourself as much as possible. You know, that would be my best advice, to burn off all that pradraha karma, or not. You wouldn't even create new karma. So burn off all the old incarnations. Pivot, change course. You know, whatever you did for the other thousands of lives you lived, it wasn't working. Change directions. Have a spiritual practice. Get on the spiritual path. It doesn't have to be Kriya Yoga. It could be anything. But if it's Kriya Yoga, we have a great Kriya Yoga family here. Rising tides lift all boats, so we help everybody here. So if you need help, it would be my true blessing to help you. And anybody out there in YouTube land, I help all people. So join our free Kriya Yoga school. Or if you need more help, more live help, go to Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, book a call. If you're ready to get started practicing Kriya Yoga, one of my favorite, my new mantra is, we don't talk about Kriya, we do Kriya. So if you're ready to do Kriya, join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. But up to you. Get some help. We have free, we have call, we have paid. Up to you. You choose which works best for you. And we have subscribe to Vedagurudev.com. So any one of those 4 you could get upliftment and motivation for sure. So do them all. Do one. Do whichever one you want to do. So
The choice is yours.
the choice is yours. Now back to the questions.
You are having an effect on Teeny Tapada. He says, are there animations coming off of your chest, my man, or am I just tripping? Am I seeing a dancing flute man dancing in my face? Yo. What,
You
are
see
putting out-
animations coming off my chest? Oh, okay. Oh, whoa.
feeling
Your
your
Kundalini
energy.
must be fully awake, right? Like,
My man.
you were getting to higher states. Am I just tripping? I don't know. Maybe, but maybe you're having a profound spiritual experience. I don't know.
Maybe
I
you're
didn't
creating
think
your own DMT.
I didn't think the words that are coming out my mouth would get you to a higher DMT state, but I could be wrong. A dancing flute man in my face. So only dancing flute man I know is Krishna. So he plays the flute and he dances around, and all these deities dance. So if you're seeing Lord Krishna right now in front of your face, then you are having a profound spiritual experience. That is for sure. Maybe my Shakti path has raised your Kundalini to a higher state, and you're seeing Lord Krishna, the dancing flute man, dance around right in front of you.
Yeah. What animations are coming off your chest, man? I don't know.
I don't see anything, but maybe you're in a higher state of awareness than me. Maybe I am projecting subliminal animations. What animations could be coming off? Pokemon, or I don't know. What's a good animation they have these days? I don't even know. I'm old school. The Smurfs, Charlie Brown, the Peanuts, Garfield. I don't know. What's a good animation? What's a good cartoon? Yeah, like I said, I'm old school. I used to wake up Saturday morning with my cereal and watch cartoons. I don't know what cartoons I watched. The Smurfs, Transformers. What's a good cartoon? Help me out here. What's a good Saturday morning cartoon?
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo. Yeah, that's a good one. Scooby Doo. What the? I don't know.
What did I watch when I was a kid?
We're old school here.
Rocky
Schoolhouse
and
Rock. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, that's a good one. I used to watch, like, this wasn't a cartoon. Little Rascals, Three Stooges. I don't know. I'm dating myself right now.
Yeah.
Probably somebody who's 20 years old is like,
yeah,
what the hell is this guy talking about?
I mean, we're the same age, so I'm just like, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Jetsons, the Flintstones.
Yeah, the
Jetsons.
Yeah, there you go. Jetsons, Flintstones.
Yes.
What were TV shows? Dukes of Hazzards, The A-Team, Incredible Hulk.
Island.
Yeah, Fantasy Island, the plane.
The plane.
I love that. I watch that
Love
show
Boat.
just to hear that dwarf say that. Yeah, Love Boat.
Bewitched. What else did I watch?
Yeah, Bewitched.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah,
I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, those are all good ones too. Yeah, so if you're under 30, you have no idea what we're talking about. But it's okay. So if you're under 30, post the cartoons that you like. So
yeah,
I didn't know I was projecting cartoons or animations, but sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, you've got some good energy.
What was it? Wait,
Let me find that comment again. Yeah.
Teeny, please tell me what animations were coming off my chest so I can know. I like to know what I'm radiating.
Swifty, I don't know what that is.
Swifty, yeah, I don't know what that is, but all right, Swifty sounds cool. Another CT I've been manifesting indirectly, animations and flute men coming off my chest. Well, that's good. I didn't even see that subtle energy,
Sandy wants to know, how much do you all use art, music, or any other creative outlet as part of your meditation practice?
I mean, all the time. Veronica's an excellent artist, so all our 3-month certificates, she does the painting that's in the background. And actually, this Saturday we're giving out another certificate Veronica's going to be getting the 15-month certificate because she's been here since the beginning. And Paul will be getting his 1-year certificate this
Yay.
Saturday.
Yay.
So, Paul, so there's two different. For this one, Veronica made a painting of Shanmukhi Mudra, which is a mudra we do to seal in our energy. And the one Paul's getting, the 1-year anniversary, is the divine union between Shiva and Shakti, which is a very beautiful one also. So congratulations, Veronica. You're 15-month A1 Day 1 member. And congratulations, Paul. You're 1-year A1 Day 1 member also.
Thank you.
So yeah, in those certificates, we use art. This painting right here, Veronica painted. So we have a lot of art. This is a painting of me doing the holy fire where we burn all of our Kriya Yoga School members' problems. We do every full moon and every new moon. And yeah, we use music and art. We're in our Kriya Yoga School, we're constantly saying mantra japa, which is singing songs to deities. And so we look for every opportunity to use music and art and creativity in our meditative practices. So in our meditation practice, we use visualization, where we try to visualize happy, blissful places, and different meditations, cutting off from lower emotions or attachments we have. So we use all these in all of our meditation practices, 100% for sure.
That was a good question. Let's see. Practice being. The best karma is doing good to others. Shri M. Yes.
Can't go wrong with Shri M. My man, Shri M, right?
My man.
So, yeah, absolutely. What practice being said, the best karma is this. In yoga, they say the best yoga is karma yoga, which is selfless service, helping people with no expectations, helping people wholeheartedly, just being a good person, doing good to yourself, doing good to others, loving others unconditionally, no matter what they do to you. Just love with a open heart, fully unlimited. Love as many people, help as many people. You can never go wrong. So if you want to overcome pradraha karma or agama karma, sanchita karma, just do the best you can. And it indirectly burns your karma with no expectations. So the best way to do any karma is not with I'm burning my karma, just no expectations. Just help people because it's the right thing to do, and you'll be great every time. So I agree wholeheartedly with practice being the best karma is doing good to others and doing good to yourself. Treat yourself good. Like, have self-love. Talk to yourself with upliftment. And like we said in a previous satsang, your body is 80% water. Always talk highly to yourself and always uplift the water in your body and make those beautiful shapes in your body. Talk so highly to yourself that if anybody talks bad to you, you don't believe anybody because you know you're a good person. You do good. You help others. You talk kindly to others. You talk kindly to yourself. You are basically a radio antenna radiating out love and compassion and blissfulness and happy, positive emotions to everybody. So be a powerful radio antenna radiating love and compassion and doing good to others and helping people. That would be my best advice. But yeah, I agree with practice being. You can never go wrong with Shri M, the enlightened Babaji devotee that he is.
Yeah, I find myself trying to find opportunities to help people, and there's always opportunities. I don't know. It does feel really good.
And when you really open your heart chakra, you start to radiate that unconditional love, that feeling, that bhava, right? So I made a joke on one of our classes that don't open your heart chakra when you go to the bank. because you'll give all your money to everybody. So I try to open my heart chakra as much as possible. So if I see somebody who's homeless or a child in need who doesn't have enough money, I will give my last cent to everybody, you know? That's just how I am. And I feel good about it. Like, you help as many people as you can, you know? And help children in need, help everybody in need, you know? And I like when they say in yoga, you never know where Shiva's hiding. So I look at homeless people in Thailand like Shiva hiding. I'm like, are you in there, Shiva? I got you. Take all this money, right? You know, it's almost like the inside joke, you know, like, here comes Vedagurudev. Hopefully he doesn't see me. I see you, Shiva. Here, take all this, you know, take all this, you know. You want the shirt off my back? Here, take it. I don't need this shirt. You need it. So you can never go wrong helping people with no expectations. That's the best way to say that.
See,
put my feet down on one.
Yeah, relax, man. See, I think the question is, if someone gets rid, you can still relax, rid of their karma allocated to this life and the transition into opening past karmas in this transition, how does it feel like? Maybe read that. I think the question is, if someone gets rid of their karma allocated to this life and the transition into opening past karmas in this transition, how does it feel like?
It feels like, in my opinion, taking out the trash. You don't want to have your house full of trash. You take it out. And these techniques that you do indirectly burn your karma. So you've burned all your karma in the present moment, and then you burn all the karma and you look for the opportunity to burn your karma, right? Like, these practices feel so good. I'm getting good benefits. I feel uplifted, but I'm burning my karma too. So it's basically like, my guru used to say, go down to your basement, open all the windows, throw away all your trash and your boxes, and sweep out all the dirt and open your door to God. So that's basically what it feels like. You're cleaning out your temple. These karmas that you're holding on to no longer serve you in the present moment. You throw them away. You take them out to the curb. You don't carry them no more. They no longer serve you. Why do I need to hold this anymore? I don't. So you clean out your Pradrahar karma, your present day karma, then you clean out your Agama karma, and you look for the opportunity. This feels good. My house is clean. My body, my temple is clean. So you look for the past karma to burn. You know, I'm ready for it. I want to clean everything out of here. Everything. I want to live as minimalist as possible. I don't want to carry any of this. This no longer serves me. My guru used to say, the future is imagination. The past is memory. We live fixed and anchored in the present moment. So whatever you did in the past, why do you need to carry that no more? You don't. Let it go. Take it away. This rock no longer serves you. Let it go. You no longer have to carry this trauma or whatever you're holding on to in your DNA. Let it go. It no longer serves you. You do what serves you in the present moment, and you be the best person you could be in the present moment. So what does it feel like? To make a long story short, I would say it feels like going down to your basement, cleaning your basement, and your basement is now sparkly clean, and there's nothing to clean. It feels like taking the trash out of your house and putting it in a trash can on the curb, you know? So realize, have the mindset that this no longer serves you in the present moment. Whatever you did in the past, who cares? It's water under the bridge. It's gone. You can't go back and fix it. No need to hold it no more. It no longer serves you. In our school, we have many techniques where we burn all of our members' problems. Every full moon and new moon, we have a yagna. Our members send in their questions and we burn them up. Watch them go up in smoke. They no longer serve you. Wave bye-bye to all your past karma. right out of Santa Claus list. I say it, I put it in the fire, swaha, I burned it up, it's gone. So that's a good visualization to see it no longer serves you. So whatever you're holding on to, realize it doesn't define you. It doesn't serve you anymore in the present moment, and just detach, let it go. And that's what it would feel like. It'll feel like a breath of fresh air. It'll feel like the sun rising or the sun setting. It'll feel like a smile on a baby's face because you realize this junk you've been carrying around no longer serves you in the present moment. So travel light, my friend. Namarith, right? Travel light, no baggage, right? When you take the defined flight, no baggage, just the clothes on your back. And if you're a gory, just a dhoti covering your private parts.
Yeah. Traveling light.
Traveling light as possible, you know, just covering my privates from the elements, you know.
Oh, Andromeda says, psilocybin much, tripping, DMT, ha ha ha. And then you asked Teeny Tapata, what animation? Is it Thundercats?
Good. Yeah, you're right. Thundercats, right? Thundercats. Ho! I remember that. Yeah, Lion-O. Yeah, Thundercats. That reminds me. He-Man.
Yes.
I'm going to remember some more. Transformers. There's some more.
Inspector
I'm missing,
Gadget.
Yeah. Inspector Gadget. Yeah, absolutely. Inspector Gadget. You know, yeah. Thundercats. That's a good one.
Yeah. Let's see. And then Sandy says, that is so amazing, Veronica. Thank you, Sandy. I know, and class a while ago, Vedagurudev gave me Shakti Path in class. And then I had a dream that I had an art showing, and it was all the Kriya Yoga paintings. And Vedagurudev was next to me signing his book. So I'd like to think that Kriya Yoga chose me to do the artwork. Who knows? So here I am.
I would say that's definitely true, right? Yeah. Vedagurudev has talents, but art is not one of them. And nor did I want that job. But Babaji assigned that job to Veronica a long time ago. Yeah. So when I got that darshan and that inspiration, who should design the Kriya Yoga certificate? There was Babaji told me I already knew the answer, and that was for sure. So.
Yeah, when you asked me to do the 3-month, I only had like 2 or 3 days. And I asked Babaji, all right, your child's asking you for help. I need help. And I felt like I was being channeled, like he was like telling me what to do. So yeah, I think that art is a creative outlet. So I feel
Veronica
like
is an excellent artist. As you can see, you probably see a little bit in the background. All right, there's all Veronica's art.
All the certificate paintings. Yeah, there they are. Oh, let's see. Moving on. Sandy says, congrats, Paul, also. So
thank you.
And Tina Tapata, the Rasa dance. I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure about that either. So, what'd you say? Rasa, right? Rasa is, how would I say? Rasa is like spiritual juice. It's almost like Amrita, right? So, maybe he has his own concoction of Rasa, spiritual juice. It must be a powerful one if you're seeing Thundercats and, I don't know, Dancing Flute Man, Lord Krishna.
It's like Tara and Buddha Frenching. Whoa. Like French kissing? What do you mean?
Yeah, little too much information there. It's getting a little sensual here, you know? Buddha kissing Devi Tara. Interesting, you know?
Sandy says, wonderful. Yes, music is a huge part of my practice.
Yeah, absolutely. Sing from your heart as much as you can. Play as many musical instruments as you can. Yeah, that definitely creates a a conducive atmosphere to uplift the energy for sure.
And then MB wants to know, do you use calendars or software with this that you use 30?
You took it off the screen.
Do you use calendars or software with Titius that you use? 30 taught to this is a lunar month. 15 is the waxing phase and 15 is the waning phase. I think today is the first quarter exactly. 9th day. I'm not sure.
8th, 9th day. I guess you're talking about our yagna, or how we do it. I mean, we don't really have any science to it. It's just when it's the new moon, we do our holy yagna fire. When it's the full moon, we do the full moon. You know,
Yeah,
that's the way I was taught in the Himalayan mountains. We always did a yagna, but our most powerful yagnas were on the full moon, or the new moon. So every new moon or full moon, we did our yagnas. So continuing that oral tradition, that Siddhanta tradition, that Kriya yoga tradition, that's the way my guru did it. That's the way his guru did it. So we keep that parampara, that lineage tradition going. So we don't really go by any calendars or software. We just kind of, when the moon is new, we do our yagna. And when the moon is full, we do our yagna. So bi-monthly, twice a month, we do it. And
nice.
all of our members in our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, they send in their proms that they want burned up in the holy fire. It's a benefit of being a member of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. So they email me and I read it off. Sometimes they want it private because it's personal. And I read it, like I would say, Veronica, let her have success in her business and overcome all the obstacles and resistance she has. Jyoti, 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 Soyam, Jyoti, 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 Param, Swaha. And you watch it go up in smoke. And Swaha, the god of fire, is called Agni, right? And his wife was named Swaha. So when you say his wife's name, he accepts your offering and he gives you your wish. So that's the reason behind it. So I look forward to burning up all of our members' problems. I guess the next one is, when is the next?
It is June 11th.
New moon.
Yeah.
June 11th will be the full moon, right?
Yes. It'll be a
June,
full moon.
So
And
if you, what is today? Today is the 4th. So if you join our Kriya Yoga School before June 11th, send in your problems. I will gladly burn up all your problems that no longer serve you. Money problems, family problems, emotional problems, health problems, we burn them up all. So don't be shy. Burn all your problems away. They no longer serve you in the present moment. So if you join our Kriya Yoga School, it'd be my true blessing to burn all your problems along with all of our members' problems in the Holy Yagna Fire, June 11th.
Yeah, it's a great benefit of being a member of the school. So, and if you become a member, you just email Vedagurudev your request. This was last one to this June 11th.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to June 11th. Let me relax my feet before the next question. Yeah, the reason I put my feet up, because when I edit it, I see my feet down, and I don't like. I like to be in a more proper stance. So, do we have more questions, right?
Yeah. Is it okay to say it, or do you want to get into pose? I've got one more.
There's one more question.
Yeah. Are you ready? Okay.
Oh, hold on
full.
Okay, go ahead.
The full moon is called Purnima and is the 15th. This is why the new moon is called the Amasasaya, and it is the 30th. Titha. I am sorry, I'm not pronouncing this stuff right.
Yeah, so the full moon is called Purnima. That's why Guru Purnima is the full
Oh.
moon to honor your guru, right? So, yeah, I would say we don't really get wrapped up in the specifics too much. We like more of the fruits and benefits of the full moon and the new moon. So, yeah, I'm not really a scholar on the Vedic texts or why not, but I would just say it feels good to watch all your problems go up in smoke. So I write all these paper, all of our members' problems on a piece of paper, and I say it out loud or I say it private, and you could watch it go up in flames in our yagna fire. So we should probably put like a example of that on here. So if
Yeah.
people ask about it, we could show them, you know?
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's a
cool
great
benefit.
benefit of the school. And apparently MB was part of this. I was part of Kriya Yoga School for some time. I think I'll be again. Yes, come back again,
Yeah.
MB.
We would love to have you, MB. And our school's a lot better. I think I know what member you were, and our school has upgraded a lot better in 2025 than when you were a member in 2024. Our classrooms are more lined up, and it's more streamlined. And Chad, who was there when you were probably a member before, is not there anymore. And it's more interactive and it's more user friendly. I like to say our Kriya Yoga School is by our Kriya Yoga School members for our Kriya Yoga School members. So we want to make our school as best as we can. So if like we were saying earlier, Brendan, who was on here earlier, last week he was on the Satsang like you. This week he's a member of our Kriya Yoga School. So whatever you're going through in the present moment, I would definitely get on a call with you and help you overcome. That's a benefit for all of our members. And so, yeah, let's get to work. And it'd be our pleasure for you to join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass family. We would love to have you. We're trying to help as many people as possible. So help us get to that goal, you know?
Yes.
So anybody who's watching this out there, make sure you subscribe, Vedagurudev YouTube channel. Join our free Kriya Yoga School. If you need help right now, book a call with me. We'll overcome your problems. And if you're ready to start practicing Kriya Yoga, join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. We would love to have you. Yeah, and there it is. There it is. Discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga. 100% free. freekriyayogamasterclass.com. You'll see a button that says join group. Just join the group and you're in. 100% free. There's some beginner classes. All of our satsangs are there. You can watch them back. We have an interactive community. And yeah, every day I post Babaji quotes, picture and video, satsang, like edits from this, questions. Yeah, and it's a great school. And we would love to have as many people. It's 100% free, so no risk, no pressure. You know, you don't have to feel obligated. You can just join and come as go as you please at your own pace. And if you like the value from there, then join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. But no pressure on that. Up to you. Whatever resonates with you. If you're going through something, you could book a free call with me and Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Click on the book a call button. Calendar will come up. Pick the date and time you like, and I will see you on the call. And it'd be my true blessing to help you overcome whatever you're going through. No pressure, you know.
No pressure.
You don't have to join the school. It'd be nice if you did, but if you don't, it's okay. Long as I'm helping people, that is the ultimate aim and goal. So outstanding.
Yes. Kriya Yoga is for everybody.
Kriya Yoga is for everybody. If no matter what age you are, how much you weigh, or what country you come from, Kriya Yoga is for you. We got a technique for you. Anybody could do it. You don't have to do all the asanas and wrap your body up in a pretzel. If you like that, we got that for you. If you like to do more the inner work, the breathing or the meditation, we got that for you. So we have something for everybody. Kriya Yoga helps all people. So do yourself a favor. Give yourself the gift that keeps on giving. Kriya Yoga for your whole life.
Yes. Best gift to yourself ever.
So it just depends which one you resonate with more, you know. Free Kriya Yoga School or paid Kriya Yoga School. Up to you. Okay, so we got more questions.
I think that was all of them. Let me see. I have
Veronica,
well,
today do you have to go?
In half an hour. So we've got half an
4
hour.
hour mark. Okay. So yeah, anybody out there in YouTube land, send all your questions. I'll answer them all live. And yeah, we got 30 minutes to go. So we got plenty of time to go through all your questions. And don't be shy, especially on YouTube. I can't even see you in person. So you could ask whatever. We had some pretty profound questions today. Some deep questions, Pradraha Karma. And yeah, Paul has some very deep questions. So Paul, you have any more questions? Give me some more.
I'm afraid I've run dry.
That's a good thing.
I have questions if nobody else has any.
Okay, go by all means, Veronica, give them to me.
So I haven't asked any questions all night. This is a first. Everybody's lots of interaction tonight. Love it.
Great.
I've been thinking about thoughts. So I have a series of thought questions. Are thoughts part of the soul?
Well, I would say what my guru said, and I just thought of this. So this is pretty profound. My guru would explain it like this. Thoughts are waves on the oceans, but your soul is the ocean. So your soul is unaffected by the waves on top of the ocean because it's underwater inside itself. So thoughts, a good way to think of your thoughts are like clouds passing in the sky, but you are the sky. So the sky is unaffected by the thoughts because the sky is everything, and these are just passing clouds. So it's the same way, like you are the ocean of being, but these waves on top of the ocean are just thoughts. But you're unaffected by the waves because you're underwater. Same way the sky is unaffected by the clouds. So I would say your soul is more everything, and these thoughts are just passing waves or passing clouds in the sky. And if you're not attached to it, it just passes you by. You're unaffected by it.
Perfect. I don't know. And then I was also thinking like the space between my thoughts, like to quiet my mind. I tried to stay in those spaces where there's no thoughts. That's become like a meditation. Like maybe that, I think that aligns with what you were saying. I try to stay in the pauses of my thoughts where I'm not thinking of anything, and it almost feels like to tack in my mind, just focusing on the I guess the pause between the thoughts, like it's like I'm not really thinking of anything. I'm just trying to stay where it's quiet. So I feel like that's becoming like a new meditation for me, that I just kind of stay where it's like I'm not having any thoughts. So I don't know, maybe that's kind of like detach, release. I don't know. Does that sound, it kind of sounds like what your guru was saying.
That's an excellent way to put it. Like if you could cultivate and enhance the pause in between your thoughts, you begin to extend that pause more. And that's how you become a more deeper meditation, that you begin to stretch out that emptiness in between your thoughts, right? So that's kind of the concept of Sudi, which, to give a basic description of the practice of Sudi, a thought comes into your head, detach, let go. So you're basically cleaning out all your thoughts, and it's basically the same thing. You're extending the space in between your thoughts, so until you don't have no thoughts. So basically that's what you're doing. You're cleansing out all your thoughts, and you're trying to make the space, the emptiness in between your thoughts longer. And that's when you have a profound meditation, because in the beginning you might have 2 seconds in between your thoughts, but the more you practice that detach and let go, the more you give that space. And the ultimate goal is to have no thoughts. And that's when you go into meditation and you have a profound meditation. So when you do this cleansing suddhi of your thoughts, you basically clear out all the trash or the distractions before you go into meditation, because you don't want those thoughts to come into meditation with you. So you're basically clearing it out. Like you're basically cleaning all the thoughts until your sky is this totally blue, no clouds, or your ocean has no waves. It's totally still. And that's when you go into meditation and you have a profound meditation, because you don't want the monkey mind or the mental clutter to follow you into your thoughts. That way it'd be too distracting when you try to focus on your meditation, like you're trying to stay empty. Because when the monkey mind has nothing to look at, it gets bored and leaves, So you want your monkey mind to leave. So you want to be alone in there with your with no thoughts. This a state of emptiness, like I like to say it's like having a meeting with God or having tea with God inside you as you. But there's nothing to look at. So that would be the ideal practice to make that space
as long as possible,
or infinite, no beginning and no end. There's no clouds in your space. There's no thoughts in your meditation, let's say, or like your sky is this pure blue with no clouds. The clouds would symbolize the thoughts, or your ocean is 100% still with no waves. The waves would symbolize thoughts. So that's pretty much the ultimate goal of every meditation, just to have that calm stillness where there's no distractions. So yeah, that would be the ideal situation to get to a place where you don't have any thoughts. So instead of in the beginning, you have to extend that space between thoughts, because it takes some practice to get to no thoughts, right? Like most people think they're not alive if they're not thinking or have thoughts, but it's the opposite. You're more alive when you have no thoughts. These thoughts are just distractions or meteorites hitting your atmosphere, and when you can detach from them and realize they don't serve you in your meditative practice, or they don't serve you at any time, like you begin to have the mindset like, why do I need to know what Kim Kardashian is wearing to the Grammys? It doesn't serve you. And once you become aware, you see that all the distractions you have in your daily life really don't matter. Like, how does that uplift me? Like, okay, the Golden State Warriors won the basketball game. How is that going to serve me today? I don't play on the team. It's whatever. It's almost like candy for your mind, And when you start detaching from the unnecessary candy in your mind, you start focusing more on the things that serve you in the present moment. So when you start stepping back from the TV and becoming the detached witness, you begin to see these thoughts like, why do I need to know that? Who cares? Like,
garbage.
What am I going to eat for dinner tonight? Dinner's far away. I'm meditating right there. Who cares? Detach, let go. 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 And then you start to, that practice of suddhi becomes second nature. And you make it a practice of cleaning your house before you eat your dinner. When I say something like that, So you begin to get in the right mindset. Like, why do I need to know that right now? I don't. Get out of here. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. And once you're empty and you have a clear blue sky with no clouds, or an ocean with no waves, then you have a really profound meditation.
Yeah, I've been having this strange thought that I cannot share in the outside world because they'll think I'm insane, but I think I can share it here. And the thought is like, I don't exist. Maybe I
Mm.
exist, but I don't exist. I feel like on some, I don't know, I feel like I don't exist. So I don't know, do I sound insane? I'm like,
Well, Veronica, you never sound insane because we have no judgment here at the
yeah,
Kriya Yoga School. So
I
you
exist,
could
but I
say
don't exist.
whatever. So I would first let go of that. Like,
Yeah, let go
people
of
are going to
that.
judge me, anything. Like, it doesn't matter what other people think of your spiritual practice or what you think. It only matters what you think. So becoming one with everything and not existing, like, I like to think of it, you merging with the divine light, you becoming one with the source. Your spark goes back into the sun, your drop of water goes back into the ocean, your grain of sand goes back onto the beach. You become one with everything. And when you see yourself as not existing, as one with everything, I can't think of anything more beautiful. And then you become everything, and everything becomes you. So you achieve that state of divine oneness, which is like, I mean, I would say you're not existing, you're existing to the maximum. You're
Oh,
existing way more than possible, right? That is true existence, becoming one with everything. So you're not disappearing, you're appearing 100,000 times more. So you are not existing, you are existing everywhere and everything. So you it is the height of existing. You are feeling, you're beginning to feel everything. Like, you feel the
okay. I
tree
was
outside and everything. So you are existence itself, for sure.
whoa. Okay.
So that is a beautiful, profound darshan to think about, for sure.
Whoa. I think I gave MB something to think about. MB says I tried to meditate very late at night, if possible, like 3 a.m. I think the time is called Brahma Mahuta,
Mahuta. Yeah. Brahma Mahuta. Yeah.
and I use plugs, so it's very quiet.
Yeah, this is very profound. So when we were in the Himalayan mountains, we practiced Brahma Mahuta. Some people do it at 3 a.m., some people do it at 4 a.m., but they say that's the highest vibration in the earth. So all yogis pretty much do their meditation practice at Brahma Mahuta, which is, some people say 3 a.m., some people say 4 a.m., whichever way works best for you. So we definitely had a practice of, we did it at 4 a.m. We'd wake up at 3 a.m., get ready, walk down to the river or wherever we did our meditation, and sit there at 4 a.m. And I could verify that it does have the most profound vibration, you know? I like it at 4 a.m. You know,
Yeah.
it's not for everybody, but if you could wake up at Brahma Mahuta at 4 a.m. and do your meditation, it should be very dynamic and profound, I would say. And I actually enjoy it. It's a good reminder for me to wake up more at 4 a.m. and do
Yeah.
my practice, because I did have very profound. I got to a state where I would just indirectly wake up at 3 a.m. because I was so used to waking up. It was like second nature. I was like, oh yeah, Brahma Mahuta, you know. So
That's the time.
it's the time, and they definitely practice this in the Himalaya mountains. It's pitch black. There's nothing to see, but the vibrations are out of this world. So if you could wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., Brahma Mahuta, that is definitely a higher vibration. It's a good time to receive this divine signal and transmute it and radiate it, for sure, I would say. And I've had profound benefits at Brahma Mahuta.
And then the last part of the question was, what exactly to do? I remembered you mentioned detach and let go.
In meditation or Brahma Muhurta or both?
I think part of the Brahma Muhurta, because the first question,
Yeah,
I'm sorry I cut it off. Yeah, so it's very quiet. What exactly to do? I remembered you mentioned detach and let go.
Yeah, so in Brahma Muhurta, when you get into a heightened state of awareness, and you're aligning yourself and you're connecting with the divine, with your inner divinity. I like to visualization like a pillar of light hitting my crown. You basically sunbathe in the grace of God. So what you said is true. You would want to detach and let go. So when you're in this profound state, you kind of amplify whatever you have. So if you have a bunch of monkey mind and a bunch of thoughts, then it would amplify that monkey mind and those thoughts. So you always want to clear yourself out with Sudi, which is basically detach, let go, detach, let go. None of this stuff is coming with me into Brahma Muhurta. So into my meditation. So once you're clear and there's no clouds in your sky, there's no waves in your ocean, then you would go into your meditation and you would just basically not think anything. You would just be sunbathing in the grace of God. That's the way I like to look at it. You would just basically be in a blissful, happy state, no thoughts, no nothing, and just meditating, enjoying the higher vibrations of Brahma Muhurta, and yeah, just be alone, by yourself in an empty, higher state. And if you do this practice, you could probably reach a state of samadhi, or because Brahma Muhurta, all the energy is aligned. You have no thoughts. You have no distractions. It basically pulls you into a higher state of samadhi. And I could tell you personally, Brahma Muhurta, I probably have my best states of samadhi. Everything, the pieces of the puzzle fit together perfectly. So if you do everything perfectly, it's a high chance you will have a highly enlightened meditative state.
Yeah, I find that to like do that, I have to like turn off my judging, comparing mind, because it's easy to like remember things from the past. I have to like almost like I turn that off and be in the present moment. It doesn't matter what happened years ago. I'm here now. Just stop judging and comparing things. The mind is tricky, or the ego, it like slips in there. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I would try to turn it off as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it inside there with you dancing around, because you want like a blank, empty state where you can't see anything, like there's nothing to focus on. You're alone with yourself. You're inside you as you. So that way I wouldn't try to make sense of anything. I wouldn't try to think of anything. I would just be alone with yourself. I like to say having tea with God, or sunbathing in the grace of God. You come to such a relaxed, calm state that nothing matters. That's probably the best way I could say it. You don't care about time. You don't care about thoughts. You don't care about food. You don't care about water. You don't care about nothing. You're just empty, alone by yourself.
Well, I gotta get going, but I don't know. The conversation's getting so good now. I don't want to go, but
yeah, it was a pretty profound
as well. It's
So I
getting
guess
late here.
We'll wrap it up and put a bow on it.
Sounds good.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, there's no more questions, and we can wrap it up, right?
Oh, let me see. Was this a question? Okay, that was the last thing. Interesting. Thank you. MB says. Thank you.
Thank you, MB. I look to seeing you in the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass again. It'd be outstanding. Let's fill up those Kriya Yoga cups. Let's help as many people as possible.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do
it. I'm ready. All right.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up. As you see in the red right here, Vedagurudev, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, but we need your help. So tell a friend, get as many people as you can to subscribe. If you are interested in Kriya Yoga and you want to discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga, 100% free, go to freekriyayogamasterclass.com, click on the join the group button, and we have some great classes in there, and we have great videos. Veronica and Cal and Paul, everybody posts very profound videos and quotes every day. So I also post daily Babaji quotes and daily Satsang questions in there. So we have great value in there. If you need help right now and you're going through something in the present moment, book a call with me, Vedagurudev, Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Click on the book a call button and a calendar will come up. Pick the time and day that works best for you. And then we'll go on a call and we'll go through your problems and we'll help you overcome and solve your problems as much as we can. 100% free. And if you're ready to start practicing Kriya Yoga, you're done talking about Kriya Yoga, you're done reading about Kriya Yoga, you're done hearing stories about Kriya Yoga, and you're ready to start practicing Kriya Yoga, join us at our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, $50 a month, and we'll walk this journey together. All of our members who are on here today are members of our Kriya Yoga School, and they can testify to the benefits. And we hope to see you in there, and we'll walk this Kriya Yoga journey together. So there's 4 options for you. Hopefully you choose all 4. But if choose whichever one resonates best with you. So subscribe to the YouTube channel first, 100% free. Join our free Kriya Yoga School, 100% free. If you need help, you're going through something right now in the present moment, book a call, Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. If you're ready to become the best Kriya Yogi you could be, join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. So I've said enough. Let's wrap it up. I will end this satsang with the Shanti, Universal Peace Mantra, giving peace and love to people all around the world. Om Shanti, 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 Shalom. Sat Nam Sadhu Tao El Om Spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen, Omen Selah Ho. I didn't know how much emotional pain I was carrying until Kriya Yoga helped me face it and release it. It is gentle, but it goes deep. If you're dealing with emotional wounds, anxiety, or old trauma, this practice could help you come back to your center. Book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com or join my free school at freekriyayoga.com.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Ji Nama Om Kriya Baba Ji Nama